Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Marvel Monday. We're back.
Marvelous, you said.
Yeah, how you been?
Oh, it's been a while since we played the Marvel Champions, hasn't it?
I don't even remember what we were doing last time.
Last time it was... What's the one that isn't Galaxy's Most Wanted?
Thanos something?
The
Mad Titan?
Yeah, the Mad Titan Shadow. We were playing that, had a great time.
Yep.
Did it on standards, switched out some heroes at the end of the campaign just because we could.
Yeah, surprisingly, Thanos was in the middle.
Yeah, it was.
And then we played Hela and Loki.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we were using the Asgardians, and then I don't even remember what we finished with.
You know, we still haven't finished that Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign. We've never even seen the Ronin or whatever, yeah. It's just like, it's
maybe
gone.
someday.
Yeah, see ya. But I'll tell you what, this is something that
racing.
You got to be excited about, right? Spider-Man is clearly the best that Marvel has to offer. That's always been the case. No contest. Obviously, that's not even debatable. There's no way that anyone would have a problem with me saying that. Best villains, most compelling character with fundamentally good flaws that make it an interesting story every time. And some of just the coolest interactions and drama in all of superheroes.
Yeah. I mean, I think Spider-Man's a really special character in general.
Yeah.
Just a lot of people that were reading comics, I assume, were starting to get into them, could really relate to Peter Parker. But one thing I love about the Spider-Verse is that you get diversity in all sorts of ways in the Spider-Universe. And I love that concept. So two of the main characters here, of course, Miles and Gwen. I'm excited to see them. I love Spider-Man, the whole Spider-Verse. And I have not really looked at any of this.
I haven't either. I've been keeping my eyes shut.
Yeah.
And my ears shut. How's everybody doing out there? How's this box been for you? I know that most of our subscribers actually reported successful delivery Friday.
I had a lot of people texting us on the community app.
Seems like
saying they got it on Friday, which is the goal.
The headwinds were strong.
Yeah.
We had the planes were firing. I don't know what was going on, but it was notable. So that's great. I'm glad everybody got this. Most people got this on time, and by on time I mean as early as you can possibly get it. And I'm sure some people played it this weekend. So give us some shouts. We're gonna open this thing up. We're gonna play Gwen and Miles right out of this box, and we're gonna play the first scenario.
Are you planning to play the pre-build? I'm not into that lifestyle myself, but
no. Although apparently they have really good synergies. There was a lot of information, floating around our Discord that this is actually the best it's been done.
John Steinbeck got it on Friday. Stanford's saying delivered today, but opening now.
Great, perfect. As long as it's Monday,
just in time for Marvel Monday.
Do you care about this box? Like if it has a little slash mark in it, should I be careful?
I mean, to an extent.
I'll be careful, okay?
You can just
don't have
use
to
this
say
little
it. You don't
slot
have to.
right here.
You don't have to talk about.
You actually use these for storage. I still have the last two boxes over here. Although one of them's pretty beat up because I took a, damaged version.
What a sacrifice!
Other people wouldn't have to.
What a sacrifice! Do you really store them in these boxes?
Darth Prentice, man, I've never seen this game before, and I already feel a subscription coming on.
What? Are you serious? What are you doing, Darth?
Yeah, look.
Come on! I mean, it's how can you not? It's superheroes. It's cooperative. It's very well designed. The fundamental design of the game is fantastic. And you get to... Oh, yeah, that does look nice. Hold on, let's do a top down there.
Yeah. So I have this Mad Titan box. Got the little rule book in there. And then here's all the scenario cards. And then
okay. Now that's reasonable.
So I'm saying, I use the boxes.
That's reasonable.
I do. And we're doing deck building now. I'm going to have to get some cards out.
How's your weekend? What happened?
Ooh.
You tired? You look tired. You tired?
Am I?
I don't know. Are you?
I think it's just that I've been up for a while. No, I'm not tired.
What does that mean? You stay up all night?
No, I just wake up early. I think allergies are a real thing. I can just feel it in my eyes.
It's fake.
Fake. I can't prove it. So there they are. I was looking for these before the stream.
Wow, this is worth. I just want to show this out. This is hilarious. It's always so funny to me. This is so funny to me, man.
I know exactly what's going to happen, and I wish it were different.
Let's do a proper unboxing. All right, check this out.
Yeah, I mean, we're unsealing it, so you may as well.
Wait, no. We got the co-op shot. Okay, check this out, right? There's the box. Good-looking box, by the way. Love the color palette. I love the poppiness of it. Looks very good.
Yeah, I mean, the Spider-Verse is so good. You've seen the Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was great.
Of all the movies you haven't seen, you have seen that one. I'm proud of you for it.
It was great because I watched it, man. I don't go in blind, man. It's got to be really notable for me to get involved.
That's how I approach Star Wars these days. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Especially the books.
All right, so we've got the expansion booklet. Very nice. Look at that.
What's happening?
We've got an advertisement. I haven't seen one of these in a while.
Wow.
X-Men Mutant Interact. Wait, what is this?
Insurrection.
An X-Men,
that's a board game.
An X-Men board game?
How does that function? I'm confused.
I thought this was maybe they were showing us this was the next expansion for Marvel Champions was an X-Men expansion.
I believe that somewhere, I think it was Heroes Most Wanted episode 326.
Mm-hmm.
They said that the X-Men were coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's been confirmed.
I do remember that.
It was with one of those you redefinition moments, you know? They had to redefine what you meant.
Yeah. You got it because X-Men revolves around.
Wait, who?
You.
What does that mean? See?
Check this out.
I can joke.
We've got a new era of superhero fiction. Crisis Protocol. Target
Books?
Kree. Yeah, I got some books.
Really? I had no idea.
And comic shop stuff. Patriot List. Rogue Untouched. It's kind of cool. I don't know. And then check this out. Look at that.
What is that?
World's changed, man. Come on. Games are like chip bags anymore.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's like... now, it is not... You get your storage in there, you know? But it's always funny. And this always happens. In all of these LCGs, all these games.
I was more thinking it was funny because this is so messed up.
It is a little messed up.
On top of being messed up, though, the air in this had to get made in China.
This is probably...
I'm sure. This is made in China. Does it say that
This
somewhere?
is probably why we got this copy. Because maybe it was a little banged up or something.
Do they have to say made in China?
I think it was a point of pride.
There it is, made in China. I see it right here.
Okay, so you got it?
So made in China, packaged up. All the raw materials have to get there. And then sent.
But, counterpoint. Okay?
Devil's advocate, let's go.
If this is sitting on a shelf in a little package, a little wrapper, and it says Sinister Motives, Spider-Man, Marvel Champions expansion, how fewer do you sell?
I bought a lot of booster packs in my day.
Yeah, you just call
Call
it a jumbo booster box.
Size of the pack does not matter. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're saying you think, what do you guys think?
Now
what does the chat think? How much do you lose in sales if you convert down? Because you can't store it in the box that way.
I was going to say, the box as a storage option is nice.
Well, you could even do a single rower, though, couldn't you?
That's where
This is easily a single row of cards, like the Return to for Arkham. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think this would sell the same? Or is the big box presence important?
Genuinely, if you're watching live,
environment?
you can comment. But also, if you're watching later, leave a comment because I would love to know. And
That'd be a cool shift.
You know
I'd
what?
love it. I'd love it.
It's tough because even if a bunch of people said that it wouldn't affect them,
how do you know?
People don't really know until it hits.
And if it's working, why change it, right? Isn't that the American, the human response?
I never answered your question this weekend. I went disc golfing.
Wow. Living that Tulsa life.
Yeah, I went on a long walk on Sunday.
How did you do at disc golf? You're not a normal frisbee throwing kind of guy.
Miserably.
Yeah, it's very hard.
But I had a really good time. Dude, went to, I think it's called like McClure Park or something.
Yeah.
By like hole 10 or whatever you call it. It's not a hole, it's a basket.
Yeah, but you can call it hole 10.
Like my right arm is still sore from that experience. But by like the 10th, I was doing... The first one or two, it was not that good. It's been a minute since I played disc golf.
It's amazing how those little putters and stuff just don't throw like you think they will.
Yeah.
Those little tiny guys.
2 through about 10, I was pretty good. And then 10, my arm was exhausted. So it was just bad.
Well, you know.
It was bad.
Getting tired playing disc golf, kind of a... some people would say disc golf is just an excuse to drink beer outside. Is that true for you?
There was no beer involved for me. That would be nice. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that I was like physically tired. It's just like my arm was like, and that's a motion you don't do a lot.
It's not normal.
Like this thing.
But it's fun, isn't it? And then you get outside and you travel. You didn't have like an ice chest. You know, you see the guys with the ice chest, the shoulder strap, just pulling it around.
Basically a 3-hour walk.
Yeah.
Is what happened.
Which isn't bad. It's like kind of an interesting walk. Kind of a creative walk.
Yeah.
You know that a lot of these tabletop stores also sell disc golf supplies because it's from the same distributor.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Our friend Travis,
Millennium.
Disc golf was a big deal. This is actually depressing.
I think we saw them through Cool Stuff Inc. as well. They sell that.
Really?
Well, they just technically cool stuff.
Yeah. Trying to get my things and stuff. Look. This is really sad.
Why is that so sad?
You can't store stuff. I can't even fix it.
Yeah, your plans are ruined now. You can store something in there. Come on, I've stored in worse than that. But you should see my childhood closet.
This was half of the value. What am I doing here?
Yeah, well.
I haven't instantly doubled my money. This is not how this is supposed to go.
Look at Brant Sanderson here, working on his next novel.
You think he's kind of Brandon?
Yeah.
It's actually Brandon. He's the one that starts all the Discord chats.
This is the alter ego.
He's just in the chat to make people talk about his books. I see.
It's so true. Yeah, he actually just goes to every Discord possible and just starts general chatting about Cosmere. From retail end, the box cover is huge. We sold so many of these boxes this weekend at our store. That cover sells.
Sinister Motives.
This is Brant, yeah.
Really? There's a whole world of tabletop. Every time I talk to Travis from Millennium, seriously.
Well, it's the retail piece.
Yeah.
People walking into a store to kind of randomly buy something or to see if they want something.
Which is both anathema to me because that's not how I operate.
Yeah.
And also, that is never how we have operated our store.
Yeah.
So, like, the idea that people just walk in and buy things they weren't expecting to buy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever done that.
We've never been good at discovery retail, like this idea that it's like, I'm just looking for something. It's always been like, I'm here to get something.
Yeah.
Like, I know the games that I play, I go deep.
I do explore additional booster packs for games sometimes.
Yeah, you sure do.
But, like, that's still...
But it's not on a whim either. It's like, I want booster packs, buy them now.
I mean, sometimes you play a tournament, it doesn't go well, and you're like, I just need some dopamine.
Yeah.
That's what everyone thinks, right? No.
It's not gambling, though, for sure. So let's look at what Steve Dove says here, too. I prefer the smaller form factor. Finding room for the campaign boxes on my game shelf is a challenge. So this is actually an interesting concern where you don't have enough room on your personal game shelf to warrant a giant box.
To be fair, though, you could take the cards, put them in one giant box altogether, and toss them.
Yeah, but what if you save money because you don't have to pay for all the packaging, You don't think they'd pass that on to the consumer?
No. Let me teach you something real big. As an example, it's like all this inflation business, which is true, but also totally garbage. You run the math on it, it's like you can't show record profits and also claim that you had to raise prices 20% for inflation.
Yeah.
Did you see? Hey, this is notable to me. You'll understand why in a second. Howard Schultz, founder of Starbucks, is back for his third tour as CEO. First thing he does. You ready for this? No, listen.
Are we ringing out these old CEOs again? Didn't Elon get up to something as well?
Oh, we're going to talk about that in a second.
This
is the off-topic topic for the day.
This is the weird Zach loving Twitter and Starbucks moment of the stream.
Yeah. So I think Howard Schultz, genius, great person.
Okay.
Comes back in. First thing he does, the previous CEO for 5 years has been doing what are called stock buybacks, which is where you take profit. You buy stocks back, there's less stocks around, so it makes the value of each stock go up.
Right, so stock go up.
And then when people know you're doing that, the perceived value of stock goes up.
So they buy.
That's the expectation. More people buying means the stock goes up even more. So he's done great.
How could that ever fail?
Well, eventually you can't keep just buying stocks back. Because the people buying the stocks don't sell anymore to you, and it's just eventually that runs out.
Okay, so eventually it's the max value, max price.
So Howard Schultz walks in, and the first thing he does is like...
He burns all the stocks.
No, he's
company owned by
we're not buying stocks anymore. Instead, I'm going to spend that same $20 billion this year on our employees.
Okay.
And like making their lives better and like all that kind of stuff.
I just don't understand how taking care of your employees is ever going to yield you a benefit. How is that supposed to work even?
I mean, honestly,
you're supposed to extract as much
value
it's like wringing out a dry towel. Yeah. And then, because you can always hire more people, but you can't make more money if you choose not to now. You know what I mean? Like,
he's being sarcastic. But
I'm happy he did that.
He does that kind of stuff all the time.
Okay.
Anyways, that's why I like them so much. Like they're the ones that pushed really hard on like, they were paying more than the average place was paying. They paid for your college.
They did,
free,
they had a good rep.
Good health care.
Right.
They have a 10-year sabbatical. So after working there 10 years, you get to take like 6 months off or something crazy.
Why am I wasting my time here?
Yeah, well, shouldn't
have said that
15
years
one.
in, and I haven't seen a 6-month vacation to save my life.
You can take a 6 months vacation anytime you want.
All right.
It's going to be a lonely stream, though.
You start with a little violin at the beginning.
Itty bitty, get a miniature one. Other news, sort of related, because I do love Twitter. But Elon Musk bought like 12% of Twitter stock.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And then they were like, we're going to put him on the board. Let me tell you this.
And he said he kind of was into it, and then he said no, right?
So the process
Elon's
goes...
bringing a lot. He's a whole lot of baggage, too. There's a lot there.
The process goes, you get nominated for a spot on the board.
Yeah.
Then if you accept, you have to go through a background check. and then you get to be on the board. And at about the point where the background check was coming through, Elon was like, I decided I don't want to be on the board anymore. Very
So
interesting.
you think he failed his background check? What does that mean? What, you say murder or something?
Actually, what I think is that to be on the board, you can only have a certain percentage of the company owned. And I have a feeling he actually wants to try to have a little hostile takeover by over half.
Yeah, well, it seems like he just wants to do stuff and then yell on Twitter about it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ironic that the things he's doing are related to Twitter, and then he's on Twitter.
Yeah. He's kind of a meme machine. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
Nothing personal, but I'm not a fan.
Okay.
And I don't believe he actually knows how to create. He's like just, people are excited about it. He's involved in PayPal early on.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, if you look at the back catalog, how close is he to Steve Jobs in the end? Ryan Rohan said that X-Men game is pretty fun, by the way. Really dice heavy, which can be a bonus or a downside. Okay, go into the box question. Billy Spencer, bigger box makes it feel like you're getting more even if it's air. So that's some interesting psychology to think through. Gree saying big box is a pull. So that's a yes. Darth Prentice should just be like a fat pack.
So we're pretty split here.
Well, we're 2 for 1 so far. John Barry, need the boxes for storage. I would buy a branded box anyway. Scott L, each box actually fits the whole cycle pretty nicely.
3 for 2.
It's actually 4 for 1.
Oh, we're way on the side of big box.
Sun Temple for the box. Marcus, if it was in nice Ultimate Guard Signwider box type thing, that would be great. Well, that would be incredible. You'd be paying $100 for an expansion at that point. Retro didn't make a good point. I think I'd rather have a cardboard larger box than a plastic small box. But if we could do a cardboard small box,
now we're talking.
Nobody. All my boxes are filled with cards, so I like the big storage box. John Steinbeck sorts each cycle in the box, so I'd miss it. So here we go. I mean, the jury's in. If Asmodee, if you're listening,
keep making the big boxes.
Keep making the big boxes.
We get it.
People like it. Okay, let's talk about this campaign. So are you going to try to build... Hold on. Are you going to play... You're going to play Miles, right?
Well, let's look at these heroes real quick.
All right, let's talk it out. You start Miles. I know I'm going to play Gwen in the end, so I'm just going to take this
Miles Morales. 4 recovery, 6 hand size, and only 9 health. Response: after you change to this form, shuffle 1 Spider-Man card from your discard pile into your deck. So you go to Alter Ego, you shuffle a card into your deck.
Okay. Well, okay.
That's cool. I mean,
it's fine. Could be good if they're good cards to shuffle in.
Higher density of the good cards, and especially like get lower on the deck, guaranteeing you see certain cards could be very good.
The way the mechanics work. No. I was gonna say this is infinite loop territory you could find yourself in.
Then we have Spider-Man, Web Warrior, Champion, Hero. So he's not an Avenger, just so we're aware. 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense. You gotta love that stat line.
Yeah.
Venom Blast, special, deal 2 damage to an enemy, stun that enemy.
Wait, you can just do that?
No, it's a special. We gotta activate it in some way. We'll see in a second. I think there's cards that talk about it. Spider Camouflage, special, give Spider-Man a tough status card, confuse an enemy.
Okay, well these are already we're off to a really good start here.
Yeah, something seems good here.
Those are relevant.
Arachnobatics. 2 cards. I look at how cool that is. Hero action, attack. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. If that enemy has a stun status card, deal 3 additional damage to it. If that enemy has a confused status card, deal 3 additional damage to it.
So it's a 1 for 8 if they're doubled up on the stuns?
1 for 8
if the stun confused?
Yeah.
Or 1 for 8. I like that. 1 for 5 if they're already stunned is strong.
Or confused.
That's way better than that 1 from the villain. Venom, I think, has a card that's kind of like that, but it like does 4. It's like a 2. It's a 2 for 5, I think, if they're already stunned or confused.
Not quite good enough.
It's just not good enough. Yeah. I don't need another Haymaker.
Next, we get Double Life. Cool art on that one. Max 1 per round. Action, change your form. If you pay for this card using a physical resource, ready your identity. So you pay 1 physical, change form, ready.
Is there any kind of weird cycle you could get into where you shuffle 1 double life back in when you change the form with double life, and then you draw it, and then you change form again?
What's 1 per round? So,
okay.
They
figured it out. Yeah. They figured it out.
Next, we get Swing In. Hero action. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. If you pay for this card using a mental resource, resolve Spider-Man's Spider Camouflage ability, which is what is on his card.
Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Now, hold on a second. Swing In. 2 for 4. If you will. It's basically 2 for 4 plus give a tough to Spidey and confuse an enemy for all for 2.
Yep. It got quiet in here. We need a crickets sound. You know what I mean?
What is this?
It seems like a good card you'd want to shuffle back in with your ability. Also on Double Life, the really cool things about this, obviously, are, let's say you're in Spider-Man mode, and then you're like, I'll thwart for 2. And then you play this with a physical, switch forms, put a card back in your deck. Ready? Recover 4. You haven't changed forms this round, so you can flip back to hero mode. So like
Wait, do you only get one framework change form? Yeah, that's right.
No, that's a card changing form does not count as your free change form. Yeah. So go down, or if you're already in this mode, it's like recover, use this to change form, activate, do hero stuff,
and then change form
and
back
then change
down.
back down, recover again.
Wait, this readies you?
If you pay for it with a
What
physical.
are these cards, Zach? These are the best cards I've seen.
It looks like
in the entirety of the game.
They figured it out. Yeah. I don't know. Next we get Web Shot, which I love. Got Rhino on there. He's a big man. Hero action. Deal 4 damage to an enemy if you paid for this using a lightning resource. Resolve Spider-Man's Venom Blast ability. So it's 2 for 4. If you use a lightning, it's 2 for 6 and a stun. Yep. Next we get, I think that's Gonk.
I like Gonk. Somebody's going to know if you could tell us how to say that.
He's a persona, action, exhaust, draw a card. If you're in hero form, choosing this card to 1 card from your hand. So you can still do the draw card, discard 1 if you're in hero, but if you're alter ego, you just get to keep the card, which I like.
Draw a card. Okay, yeah.
Jefferson Davis, persona, shield. He's an agent. Cost 2. Alter ego action, exhaust Jefferson Davis, remove a threat from the scheme with the least threat.
So like a cheaper beat cop, really. Alter ego only. That's on the line.
It's like a cheaper, more difficult to use beat cop, yeah.
I imagine it just depends on how much you're going to be in alter ego, which I guess with the flippy card, maybe it's more, but...
Power Within, 1 cost upgrade. After your hero uses a basic power, discard Power Within, resolve Spider-Man's Venom Blast ability. 1 copy.
Dude.
Defense mechanism.
It's the same thing,
Same thing, the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you know what I love to see every time? Let's get 2 web shooters.
Okay.
I love that.
And so now you have a wild to power all of those abilities.
Yep.
That's the most powerful thing I think I've seen out of the gate from just a hero pack build.
I do like this. I don't know. Doctor Strange is pretty crazy. I'm being honest. But yes, he's really good.
Swing in is nutty.
Let's take a look at old Ghost Spider real quick. I just want to see.
Should we start on alter ego?
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy playing the drums. Thought she was swinging there for a second, but she's playing the drums.
That's hilarious. That does kind of look like that.
Yeah, right? 3 recovery. Okay, normal, civilian. Time for the drum solo as the flavor text there. Hand size is 6, hit points 10, so they figured out not to Hulk this one. Choose to either shuffle Ticket to the Multiverse from your discard pile into your deck or ready George Stacy.
All right.
And once per round. And then flipping over to Ghost Spider. Hold on, let's just pull out George.
Yeah, we just need to see this.
Let's see what George is up to. George Stacy. Persona. 1 cost support. Events attached to George Stacy may be played as if they were in your hands. This is very similar to Miss Marvel. Action, exhaust George Stacy, attach 1 event from your hand face down here to a maximum of 3. So you can exhaust, put a event from your hand face down here. Wait, why do they have to be face down? Can I look at them? Or do I have to guess? Maybe it will tell me all. No, I can look at them because it's as if they're in my hand. Why are they face down?
I don't know.
So I can do this twice if I use Gwen's ability to ready George. Or I can shuffle Ticket to the Multiverse. Let's just look at that one too while we're here.
What an interesting alter ego.
Yeah, really creative, honestly. All right, Ticket to the Multiverse. What's up, Van? Stream can begin. Ticket to the Multiverse, 3 cost upgrade. Remove it from the game. Discard your hand. Shuffle your discard pile into your deck. Draw up to your hand size and ready each Ghost Spider card you control.
What?
So this goes discard pile. Gwen Stacy's ability can put this from discard pile into deck. And this removes from game. So you can only do this once in the game.
Yeah, so you have a double wild card resource.
Yeah.
That you pitch to your discard pile, and then she puts it back in your deck.
Yeah. And then in a big moment, it sounds like
You can play it and use it if you really want it.
discard hand, shuffle your discard pile into your deck, drop 2 and says ready each Ghost Spider card. So this is like the big moment where everything gets. This is got some potential here. Let's flip over to Ghost Spider. I love the
Apparently,
color
by
of
the
these
way,
cards.
yeah, the white. Apparently the face down matters because if they're face down, they're protected from a lot of negative effects
Oh,
because
And
they're
they're
not
not?
in play as like a face up thing.
so if they're attached face up, they're in play, but if they're attached face down, they're not in play.
You know, this all according to Heroes Most Wanted, episode 412, featuring designer Caleb Grace.
What's up, Caleb? If you're watching, we need to talk to you soon. It's been too long. Ghost Spider, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 defense. More defensive than Miles. Same attack, little less thwart. Is a web warrior. You a web warrior? But you're also a champion? What does that mean?
What can I say?
Dizzying reflexes response after you resolve an interrupt or responsibility on an event. Ready, Ghost Spider. Okay. Okay, so that screams protection right off the bat to me. I can keep responding, interrupting,
Block, respond,
and
and
then
ready
you
to
turn
you.
them.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. We got 3 ghost kicks.
I'm not even sure it happened.
It's a hero response. After Ghost Spider uses a basic power, any basic power, deal 6 damage to an enemy. It is also a responsibility, so once per phase you can ready Ghost Spider after you Ghost Kick for 6, after you do a normal basic attack. 2 for 6 is the going rate at this point, and the fact that you can do it in addition to
Well, and it readies you.
a different power, and the ready is all pretty well on.
Yeah, so 2/6 and a ready is like really pretty good. Seems good. Limit once per phase though.
yeah, once per
I'm
phase.
gonna be honest with you.
But that's like the defense phase and the offense phase. You know?
Well, you can't play Ghost Kick on there.
Well, sure, but there are other things you'll be able to use, I'm sure.
I'm a little nervous with how many of these. Limit 1.
Limit 1 what?
It says limit once per max 1 per phase.
Uh-huh.
Or basic power use. This ability is once per phase. It's like the more of these little. I read a few in the Miles stack, and it was like some of these turns can get a little complex. And all of a
Well,
sudden
it's
you don't-
good that they're at least putting some guide rails in there.
That's right. It can't get
But we just
degenerate.
gotta pay attention, and I think we're just gonna miss it, and that's fine. Parental guidance, alter ego action. Now this is cool. So George Stacy, I guess, is a pretty big part of this whole story with Gwen. I'm assuming that's Dad.
You can Ghost Kick after defending. It's a response.
Yeah, uses a basic power.
So you can block, use the basic power defense,
Yeah.
play that to do 6, and it readies her.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
What?
This is nutty, man. This is nutty. We need these heroes for Galaxy's Most Wanted, so we'd actually stand a chance.
Perhaps they were testing these heroes and guys.
Parental guidance, alter ego. If George Stacy is in play, attach 1 event from your hand or discard pile face down to George Stacy. From your discard pile. Wow. If George Stacy is not in play, search your deck and discard and add him to your hand.
Yeah.
So George Stacy is important. So we're supposed to stack up a bunch of events and then have a giant turn.
Yeah.
Is that right? Am I reading that right?
Seems pretty good.
Phantom Flip. Another 2 costs. I bet it's going to be pretty similar to Ghost Kick. Thwart hero response. After Ghost Spider uses a basic, remove 5 threat from a scheme. This is unbelievable.
And readier, once per phase.
Unbelievable. Pirouette and Punch. Hero Interrupt. When a card is revealed from the encounter deck, deal damage to the villain equal to 1 more than the number of boost icons on that card. Cancel the when revealed effects.
What?
It's like you took cards in the current
You get
card
2
pool.
cancels?
It's like you took these cards in the card pool, and then you kept the cost the same, but you added another card to it of value.
Yeah.
Right? It's like usually it'd be a 2 to cancel.
Like Shadows of the Past gets hit.
Yeah.
You cancel it and do 3 damage to the villain.
That's right.
And
this
ready.
And it's on George Stacy, so you don't even have to have it in your hand. You can hold it for later. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm going to be using it. I'm going to be destroying.
You know what's compelling about this from a thematic standpoint?
What's
is
that?
Gwen, Spider-Gwen particularly, the one that is interacting with Miles as far as I'm aware, has traveled through time and space to be there. So her having a temporal slant of like interacting in weird times is very Gwen Stacy.
All right, that's pretty cool then.
Yeah.
Web Binding, 2 cost event. It's a superpower. Requirement, 1 mental. So you spin the list, you have to spend at least 1 mental. Or Yeah, 1 mental. Hero interrupt when an enemy would activate. Cancel that activation. If a minion's activation was canceled this way, deal 4 to that minion.
What on earth is happening? And that would ready you.
They figured out how to make the good cards.
Yeah.
Like the real good
Protection
cards.
suddenly is...
This is crazy.
You actually might have so many responses in your signature pool that protection is not super relevant because you're going to be triggering anyway. But yeah. Like you want to block, right? Because you're ready for free, basically.
Yeah. As a response to your web shooters, I've got web bracelets. After you resolve an interrupt or responsibility on an event, exhaust, draw a card.
Holy smokearinis. That's even better than generate a resource. Is that limited in any way?
Max 1 per event. Is that per card?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how could you ever get more than 1 per event? You exhaust. Right, it just plays like we think it does, right?
I mean, you could ready
play an
it.
event, you do it, and then you...
Yeah, that one card readies all your Ghost Spider cards, though.
Oh, yeah. And is it saying maybe... If I have 2 web bracelets out, can I use both in response to the same event? Is it max 1 per any web bracelet or per this web bracelet? That's something I don't know in the Marvel Champions rules. We'll figure that out. Oh my gosh, though, dude. Look at Silk. Look at that art. That's what I'm talking about. It's like...
Dude, the Spider-Verse is what's up.
Yeah. That's why I said...
Cindy Moon. After you play Silk from your hand, if you control another web warrior card, search the encounter deck for a treachery and discard it. That's cool.
You can only use 1 bracelet per event is what that means.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You want to go? So you got protection cards. It's packed in there. What's the new stuff?
Let's see. We got Silk. After you play, if you control another web warrior card, search the encounter deck for a treachery and discard it. Are you kidding me? Did you read this?
Yeah.
Did you just read this?
Yeah, you handed it to me. Sorry.
This is insane. Yeah. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, ally.
Can't play
Won't be playing that, but a 4-cost 1/2 with 3 health after you play. Stun and confuse an enemy if you control at least 3 web warrior cards. So stun and confuse on the villain. It's pretty nice. About on rate. Spider UK, Billy Braddock.
Love it.
3-cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 5 health. That's important. When Spider UK defends against an attack, have a cup of tea.
You mean a spot tea?
Deal damage to the attacking enemy equal to the number of web warrior cards you control.
Wow.
So defends an attack, deals damage back, probably gets 2, maybe 3 defenses. Very good at defending minions.
Wow.
This plays into that whole don't worry about minions.
Yeah.
Just let them ride. That's the tension of the game these days. Bait and switch, I believe we've seen before. Maybe not.
Yeah,
we have, right? Mm-hmm. And it's got this beautiful art. Villain attacks you, remove 4 threat from the main scheme.
Dean's saying Brexit, man.
Jump flip, 1-cost event. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 2 of that damage. If you paid for this card using a lightning resource, remove 2 threat for the main scheme. So 1 to prevent 2 and remove 2. Extremely good. Return the favor, discard a card from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a treachery, reveal it, and deal 5 damage to the villain. Dude, I'm just going to manipulate the entire bad guy side of the game.
That's pretty cool if you have the cancel a treachery card abilities.
Yeah. Discard it, reveal it, deal 5, cancel it.
Kind of if you discard, and you have that thing that cancels and does damage on top. Like,
Well, it doesn't kill me. 2-cost event requirement. The fist there. Hero action: heal 2 damage from a hero and ready your hero. 2 to heal 2, ready. It's pretty okay.
That's really good.
Yeah, pretty okay.
We like
I said, they combine 2 old cards to make a new good card.
That's right.
We've got Spider-Man ally Hobie Brown, who appears to be some sort of a metal head. 2 thwart, 1 attack, 3 cost, 3 health. Play if you control a web warrior card. When Spider-Man leaves play. Now, is that this Spider-Man or any Spider-Man?
Hobie Brown?
Yeah, Hobie Brown.
Probably this Spider-Man.
Is that...
There's a lot of Spider-Man.
Because, like, if Miles' ally leaves play, does this trigger? I think it would. It doesn't say Spider-Man Hobie Brown.
You know what? I'll give it to you.
When Spider-Man leaves play, they're all unique, though, aren't they? No, because they have different names, different little subtitles. Discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Deal damage to the villain equal to the number of boost icons discarded this way. Solid. Across the Spider-Verse, 1 per deck. 1 per deck. 2-cost event. Exhaust a Web Warrior card you control. Search your discard pile for a Web Warrior ally. Put it into play. Then choose a player. That player may spend 3 resources of any type to repeat this ability. So how
many copies are over there?
I get across. Just one. Max 1 per deck.
I have one over here.
You probably do. Hobie apparently only refers to himself.
That's confusing. I don't have a copy. How did they do that to us?
Well, it's just me. Young Love. Ooh, great picture. Spidey Kiss.
Yeah. Classic.
1-cost event. Team Up. Actually, no, it's not a Spidey Kiss. It's both people upside down.
I bet that is a Spidey Kiss to a degree. If you do this, it just looks like really funny.
No, it's just an upside down normal kiss. There's not a Spidey Kiss. Yeah. I'll have you know.
But that's reserved for Tobey Maguire and I'm losing her name. What's her name?
You're asking
the original
the wrong
MJ.
Guy.
You know,
You're asking the wrong guy.
What's her name? Kirsten Dunst.
There you go. Team Up. Alter Ego. Heal 3 each from Gwen and Miles. And then a bunch of cards.
I liked that card until I didn't, because you both have to be in alter ego mode.
Yeah, but you get there like a million times a game. Then we got Web of Life and Destiny Location. Ignore this card's resource cost if your identity has the Web Warrior trait, so you play it for free. After a Web Warrior ally leaves play, choose a player. That player draws a card. I like that card a lot. It's a good card. And then Plan B with Spider Pig. Play under any player's control, max 1. Exhaust Plan B and discard a random card from your hand. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It's a solid backup.
Yeah, it's expected. And then Worried Father, the obligation.
A couple things for me. I have Spider Woman, the ally, Jessica Drew. Love Spider Woman. 3 cost. 1 support, 2 attack, 3 health. Reduce the cost to play Spider Woman by 1 for each confused enemy in play. Interesting.
So Spider Woman comes in for free, basically, if there's 3 confused enemies.
Yeah, and she's got the Web Warrior trait, which is probably important. Monica Chang. After Monica Chang enters play, search your deck, hand a discard pile for a copy of Surveillance Team, and put it into play. Place 1 Snoop counter on each surveillance team you control. Now that is cool.
Oh my gosh, I love this card. Thank you,
cool.
design team. That is exactly
cool.
what it should be doing.
I like that. I could hear the excitement in your voice once you recognized what it was doing. I love that kind of stuff that makes those older cards interesting.
I love this so much. Yeah. So much. A surveillance team deck?
Yeah. Now we're back into the kind of territory that Steven
I love it.
amps.
The value.
Yeah, all right. Homeland Intervention. 0 cost, exhaust up to 3 shield cards you control and choose a scheme. Remove 2 threat from that scheme for each card exhausted this way.
Is that a shield deck? Is there shield decks happening now?
I mean, surely. Don't call me.
I think I've heard whispers that
Jefferson
shield decks
Davis
are a
is
thing
shield,
now.
right? You have a bunch of shield cards, etc.
So there's gonna be shield decks now.
It's not my vibe though, but it is
not
cool.
A shield
for the
person?
Justice
Come on,
players,
Shield's cool. It's way cooler than Justice League or whatever the equivalent is. Avengers?
Yeah.
Is that what the Marvel Justice League's called?
That's right. People are gonna take great offense to many things you're saying in this.
You know what?
Global
Logistics.
Logistics.
The views. I want the clicks.
0 cost event. Exhaust 1 shield card you control. Look at the top 4 cards of a player's deck or the encounter deck. Discard any number of those cards and put the others on top or bottom of the deck in any order.
You know, at a certain point, are we just going to be able to decide exactly what we do with the encounter deck? If enough of these effects where we can control the whole thing?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Field Agent. Uses 3. Costs 1. Hero out when a shield ally would take any amount of consequential damage. Exhaust Field Agent. Remove backup counter. Prevent 1 of that damage.
Okay. Solid. Strong.
Surveillance Team. You've seen it.
I love
this. Yeah.
I love this.
Agent 13. She's shield. She's a spy. 4 cost, 4 health. 2 thwart with a special. After Agent 13 attacks or thwarts, choose a shield support. Ready that support.
No, come on. This is good. 4 cost. She does that 4 times and she thwarts 2?
You're going to love this guy.
Okay. What do you got?
I don't know what he does, but his theme and look is totally up your alley. Dum Dum Dugan. Dum Dum Dugan.
What are you trying to say?
Look at him. Look at his beard and his hat.
Yeah, he's kind of an old detective type.
5 cost, shield, 3 attack with 3 consequential, 3 or a thwart, 3 attack with 2 consequential. When you would use one of your Dum Dum Dugan's basic powers, exhaust up to 3 shield cards you control. For each card exhausted this way, Dum Dum Dugan gets +1 to that power for this use.
I thought it was going to reduce consequential.
No, it's like thwart for 3, exhaust 3 shield, remove 6 total.
Okay. I mean, that can get you out of some problems, I suppose.
Ghost Spider Gwen Stacy. Can't use her, but we'll look. 3 cost, 3 health. Play only if you control a Web Warrior card. Interrupt when Ghost Spider leaves play. Search your deck for an identity-specific event and add it to your hand.
Okay.
Spider-Man Peter Parker. Good. Neutral. This is like our, second, third Peter Parker ally? 3 cost, 3 health. Requirements: lightning, physical, mental. You have to have the rainbow. Response: after Spider-Man attacks with thwarts, choose another Web Warrior character. Ready that character.
That's great. That's great.
Now,
that's your hero.
What if you had cards that you didn't have? Like, there's ways to cheat Spider-Man in, right? Without paying for him?
Yeah, whatever the Lord of the Rings version of that is. Sneak attack?
Seems really good here.
I mean, isn't even that that thing where they leave play and then you pay, they come back in, you discard it's a leadership asset, it could come back in, and then they can attack again, and they can ready you again, that kind of stuff.
Young Love, some more reprints. Government Liaison. Exhaust Government Liaison. Play a shield card from your hand, reducing its cost by 1. So it's a 2 for reduce 1 for every shield card you'd play.
Wait a minute. What is that? You said reduce. Exhaust Government. Play a shield card from your hand, reducing its resource cost by 1. Okay, great. So a 2 for 1 on shield. Solid.
Also, apparently there's the Across card that you play for free when you have a Web Warrior.
The Spider-Verse, etc.
That you can play him for free somehow.
Oh, I'm sure. Search just power for a Web Warrior ally. Put it into play. Choose a player. They may spend 3 resources to repeat this ability.
Yeah, so, pay 3, put this guy in, and we're off to the races. Sky Destroyer, you're going to like this. 3 cost. Shield Vehicle. After you play a shield card, exhaust Sky Destroyer. Deal 2 damage to an enemy.
Yeah, so it's okay.
Just 2
for
around.
3, that's fine. You get it early.
Then, keeping secrets and stuff.
All right, so let's zoom out. Here's how this is going to go. We're going to... So in case you guys didn't know, the Marvel crew. Marvel, what do we call it? Marvel Nation? Covenant Marvel Nation?
I like Marv Nation.
We've switched now where we're going to do all of Sinister Motives at once. So we're going to be playing, I believe 6 in a row or 5 in a row. We'll see how it goes. I can't remember how many we got here. But so every Monday, we're going to be doing this. So we hope you'll join us for the whole thing. We're going to start out, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to play the pre-constructed heroes on the first scenario. And then, with the knowledge that we've gained, because I want to, if you want to see how this box plays right out of the box,
this is a surprise, to be sure.
Then we'll show it to you. But then, coming back in next week, we can customize our decks and kind of make something you might actually really love.
Okay.
So also, let's look at the schedule. Can we pull up the schedule? I'll look over at the computer. Check this out. So we got Marvel Champions, of course, is going to stay on Mondays until we're done with Sinister Motives. So we hope you'll be back with us week after week, where we will explore the exciting times for the Spider-Verse. Then we got Flesh and Blood on Tuesdays. Zach's getting ready for a Pro Tour, big competitive event.
It's really crazy.
And we're going to be talking about a couple of different matchups you're going to see along the way. Ruined Blades, basically Ruined Blades. Then we're going to talk about Ashes Reborn. We've got an introducing series going on for that. Episode 2 is on Wednesday. We're going to be looking at Constructed. And then Soulforge Fusion coming back to the stream the Wednesday following. Check that out if you haven't. Soulforge Fusion got some legs now. It's looking good. Then we got Wheel of Time CCG from the 90s.
Shirley.
Yeah. Don't call me Shirley. It's got to be, right?
I think it's like...
Similar to Babylon 5, apparently.
I don't know.
So
we played that?
We're throwing back to this one. This is an old, I don't know if it's a classic, but it's old.
1999.
99, just squeaking in the 90s there. So join us on Thursday for that. And then the Thursday following, our final Ashes Reborn, we're going to be showing how to set up a webcam and do the whole webcam play thing. Might actually do the Ash Techie too. A little browser-based play. And that's it. So thank you, Schedule, for doing your work. We appreciate that.
We need a trumpet sound when it leaves. Or arrives. Yeah, there it is.
Sound is coming. The stream's about to get weird.
You know what's going to be weird is this deck.
Why is it weird?
It's because we're Justice Protection. It's going to be the longest game in the history of Marvel
let
Champions.
me tell you something. They wouldn't have done it this way if it wasn't good.
You know what? I do like that we're giving them another chance to prove it. Because last time we did this was genuinely miserable.
Was that Galaxy's Most Wanted?
That was the last.
I don't think that had a last
time we did
the
this.
precons were bad, but also that was a very oppressive campaign. So let's not forget
the combination was very bad.
But these cards are all better than anything in that box for the heroes.
You know what? I agree.
Every one of these cards is better.
I agree.
Strictly.
Hold on, let me get my stack of sleeves.
I'm a sleeve.
Apparently, Sandman's our first. Was there a little insert, like a little book,
Mr. Sandman,
that came?
Bring me a dream. Bum, bum. Yeah, I showed it to you.
Uh-huh.
Well, where'd it go after that?
Is it in the box?
Good idea. Yeah. Here you go.
Big brain.
Look at that. This is nice. Are we gonna get to have you reading the intro like usual? Are you gonna do your voices?
Yeah, all my voice acting is going to finally pay off.
Are you gonna do your voices?
Like you saying, Galaxy Most Wanted almost ruined Marvel Champions.
You know, the good thing about competitive things or cooperative things, you can just not play it.
Yeah.
Way worse when competitive environments ruin the format.
I've never experienced that, though.
Really? Yeah. Usually it's just always so buttoned up. Designers never make mistakes at all.
Yeah, and if they do make a mistake, at least they're usually just very quick to respond.
Yeah, like Destiny, you know?
Yeah, just almost a year of misery.
Still worth playing, though, wasn't it?
It really was.
Those dice might come up the right way, you know? That always made it okay. What if my opponent rolled bad?
I will say the Unkar into 9's meta almost broke me. Almost.
It's like the Galaxy's Most Wanted of Destiny.
It really was bad. Thankfully, Draft and Sealed happened.
I'll be using today these illustrious copper dragon shield sleeves. The taste you can see, these things are poppin'. If you like your third-rate metals, this is the color for you.
If you like being on the lowest portion of the, what do they call it when you stand up and get a medal at the Olympics? Podium?
Yeah, the podium.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a podium. It's a podium. Yeah, the podium.
You know, if you like to be about a foot under everyone else, copper's for you. Bronze.
I mean, I do love my third-tier things.
You do.
Let's face it.
It just fits right in there.
Link, you're at saying that what really is critical here, which is that the Covenant subscription made me feel obligated to suffer through Galaxy's Most Wanted.
I don't know if I'm proud or disappointed.
Well, we couldn't vet it before we sent it to you.
The hit rate's pretty high on this game, though. I mean, that's the thing.
It's very high. Yeah.
Galaxy Most Wanted was I'm telling you, the design time compared to when it gets printed and shows up, there's a gap. And at the time that was designed, everyone was saying this game is too easy.
I'll tell you something.
We earned that box.
I'll tell you something. I think it might pull a Forgotten Age and become one of the most loved campaigns by the end of this thing.
Really?
Yeah. Because you got to have somewhere to go whenever you got to find out if you're really good or not. If your deck's really got what it takes.
Here we were just trying to have a good time.
Linky, or it's as Lanky Rat says, it was a stinker.
It do be like that sometimes.
Also possible. Anybody get up to anything weird this weekend?
What'd you do this weekend?
I did a ton of getting the garden ready with my wife.
What are you gardening?
She was leading the charge on that one. So I was on a tractor earlier last week. We don't have one yet, but rented one, yeah. And got a plot dug up and cleared and did some leveling. And then we rototilled it and got the rows established. I'm going to grow some vegetables.
What's going to grow in your garden?
Oh, man.
Literally.
So Shannon's ambitious. I would be more like, let's try one or two things and see how it goes. She's got kale going. She's got tomatoes. She's got onions, summer squash, you name it. If you can grow out okra, it's going to try to get growed.
Is she historically more optimistic than you? I know the answer to this, but
I don't know that she even thinks in those terms, to be honest with you.
Doesn't make her less optimistic.
Optimism and pessimism rely on you thinking about how something might go in the future.
She's just a feel it in the moment kind of thing.
I think that's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a way to live.
It is a way to live. It's hard to help somebody like that, though, because you're like, all right, I'm here at the designated time. What do I need to be doing? And then it's like,
I don't know. Yeah.
I haven't quite figured it out yet. And it's like, but I'm here. We went to Southwoods to get some materials for the garden.
Over by Riverside?
Yeah, plants and stuff.
Yeah.
Got there and it was like, what do you need? It's like, not sure.
Oh, no. We're feeling that out.
We felt it out. Almost ended up with a wind chime, though.
Whilst we're here and also without knowing how big of a vehicle we should have here.
I just I knew that we needed a rake, so I grabbed a rake and then I carried it around for about an hour and watched the process unfold. But that's essentially what marriage is. Yeah. Just watch the process unfold and try to keep out of trouble. Okay, here's Ghost Spider. What, a blue sleeve?
Pen it. Put it in a tweet. Write a book. This man's on to something. I can tell you.
Good morning from Sydney, says Combo21. Good to see you.
Hey, a little spoiler. At the beginning of this book, hey, if you don't want spoilers about this campaign, now is the time. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. I've warned you. Spoilers. Spoilers. We need like a spoiler alarm. You know, the flashing signal.
I can't imagine you're watching scenario 1 of Sinister Motives thinking that you're not going to see it played.
Well, that's not what I'm about to spoil. So at the beginning of this book, this shows all 5 of the villain cards.
Oh.
Which I think is cool.
Should we know that?
I'm personally excited to read these to you. The first one is Sandman. Cool. Okay. The next one's Venom.
Great.
Love to see it. The next one's Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio?
I wish.
From the top row?
But no, the Mysterio.
I loved playing him in those wrestling games. It was high flying. It was so fun.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of how I play Fab.
Yeah.
Start swinging. Anyways, number 4 is Doc Ock, of course.
Yeah, one of the best villains of all time. For no real reason.
Check this out. Villain 5. This is what I'm most excited about.
Is it not Green Goblin?
It's not.
Is it?
You know what it is?
Kingpin?
Mm-mm.
Is that Batman?
That would be cool too. No, that's you were right actually.
Dude, I know a lot
about Spider-Man. Kingpin, Daredevil, etc. It is Venom Goblin.
What? What is that?
The Venom symbiote has apparently infected the Green Goblin.
Oh.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest parts of Venom is he kind of bounces around.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like a Green Goblin cover album in a way.
Like, look at him though. That last card there, it looks great.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah. I'm excited that that's the finale.
All right, I'll bring them in.
Worth noting, prohibited cards. While playing the Sinister Motives campaign, players cannot include the following cards in their deck. Venom, Eddie Brock, Symbiote Suite, or Suit. While playing the Sinister Motives campaign, cards from the following...
It's real nice. You guys have got to see my Symbiote Suite. $100 in it.
Cards from the following modular encounter sets
Might get infected,
cannot be included in any scenario unless campaign states otherwise. Osborne Tech, Sinister Assault. During a campaign, campaign-specific cards may be added to, etc., etc. I'm going to stop reading.
I like that you're kicking off with the most boring thing possible in that book.
Oh, here you go. It's stuff that we need to know. Reputation track. The hero's reputation score as a group is a new variable that is used during this campaign. The track on page 22 is used to record this. High reputation can be a blessing and a curse. Citizens may be more appreciative of your efforts to protect them, and other heroes may join your cause, but villains will treat you as a greater threat as you bolster their efforts against you. At the end of each scenario, players will be instructed to use the condition section of the reputation track to calculate the group's total reputation value.
I dig that.
When this occurs, refer to the condition section at the bottom of it, etc. Okay.
I want to say hello to Murama Ja. Hello from France. Love it.
Check this out. What was his name?
And then Caesar's Peak, I've recently started the GMW and I feel like I'm beating my head against the wall with a lot of laughy faces. So I think you're taking that correctly, Caesar's. Murama Ja.
Check this out. This is the reputation track.
Here, put it on the thing and we can share this together.
When we get our first reputation, these two boxes are connected. Like when we check this one off. So we need to read those and do it.
Oh.
Right? So when we get our 5th reputation, these two things happen. 10.
I want all the reputation.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not here. I come from the T-Swift school of
big
reputation.
Big reputation.
Yeah. Ooh, you and me.
Would be a big conversation.
Apparently it's not Doc Ock as well as the whole Sinister Six. Do you know who the Sinister Six are? Name them from your head. Doc Ock.
This is bad. They change, right? You have, what's his name? Listen. They do change, by the way.
See, you're giving me trouble for my lack of Marvel movie watching, and yet...
So, like in the movie, there were not this traditional 6. I think it's Sandman. I think it's Lizard. And Craven.
Oh, okay. This is a respectable attempt.
Hold on.
Thrilling
it depends.
viewing
Isn't
today.
Mysterio in it at some point?
Definitely. Yeah, maybe. It's rotating, apparently.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, I was like, it changes. In the movie, it was this.
So can you give me a Sinister Six?
Yeah, sure. Doc Ock. Doc Ock, Mysterio, Lizard, Sandman, Craven.
Venom?
No, I don't think Venom was. He's maybe he was, but I don't ever remember him being in because he's not really like. He's just Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
And then he's bouncing around.
You want some help?
It's Electro. Is that his name? Electro?
Shocker. Shocker? You think it's Shocker?
It's gotta be.
Yeah, Shocker. Apparently. According to Sun Temple Radio, my favorite radio station.
Let's just look. Original Sinister Six. This is what we needed.
Yeah.
Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Electro.
Oh, it is.
Craven. Mysterio. Sandman. And Vulture.
Oh, you did great.
Yeah.
You just missed Vulture there.
Yeah.
Great. Well, very nice. You can be a fan again.
Fate says it's been 7 at one point. LOL. It kind of defeats the name of the
Dean here with the right idea too. Almost always Doc Ock leading because he is the only spider villain who isn't an idiot.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Well, spoiler. Latest Spider-Man movie, which was phenomenal.
I haven't seen it.
The Green Goblin in the movie, phenomenal job of playing someone that's insane.
Oh, good.
Love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How can I help? What do I need to do here?
Nothing.
Okay. I'll wait.
Got some pretty art.
Ooh, I love the palettes they're using here.
Yeah. It's
I need to get into modern comics.
Spider-Gwen brings in all the pastels.
Mm-hmm. It just looks so good.
Yeah. Looks like Miles is getting some of his earpiece. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Morales, there's an issue around 66th and 1st. We need you there immediately. And he says, hey, Fury. Okay, so Nick's talking to him. Was just thinking about you. How was your trip? Did you see dolphins?
Wait, 66th and 1st?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of a madman runs a city that has the numbers going both directions?
I'm pretty sure that's New York.
Is that normal?
I have no idea.
You know, people like 66th and Broadway or 54th and Lewis. You can't have numbers both directions. How do you know the right axis?
Couldn't tell you.
Probably is New York City then. Go ahead. Excuse me.
Okay. Fury says, Miles, take care of it. And he says, okay, we're on the way. Uh-oh, it's a Sandman on the Upper East Side.
He's got sand. Gets everywhere.
Gwen says, go in from the left. I'll come in from behind. Miles says, got it. Look, he just like disappears in the middle. Whoosh.
Yeah, dude, you can't. Have you ever tried to punch sand?
Yeah, it's really not good.
Impossible, especially if it's humanoid sand.
Scenario 1, you got to use electricity, right? Or like melt it?
No, I think that makes glass.
That's right.
He'd become Glass Man.
But then he can't. Wouldn't he stop moving?
Yeah, probably. He'd look beautiful, though.
Almost as if you were prepared for a fight, Sandman unleashes a deluge of dust upon you, sandblasting the surrounding buildings and filling large portions of the streets with tidal sands. The people in the area try their hardest to escape. The surging sands become too much as the battle rages on. There are civilians in desperate need of rescue. All right, we're playing on normal?
Yeah.
What happened here?
These are just how they came out of the box.
All right, so
what do we need? We need a... So if you're at home, if you've yet to play Sinister Motives, we're going to give you some tips on how to do this. So I've got Sinister 6 here on this.
So they're usually divided by, the type they are. So we need to divide the different
Sinister
stacks.
6.
Here's Sinister 6.
Okay, combine them.
Here we go.
And here's Venom Goblin, so we're probably not going to need that, I imagine.
I got Mysterio here.
Venom Goblin, right? Okay. City in Chaos. This seems like a standard.
I found Sandman here.
Down to Earth is our other.
You got more Venom? I have half of a stack.
Yeah, I got some Venom over here. Venom Goblin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, no, I have standard Venom.
Ooh.
Venom Goblin.
Goblin Gear. Ooh, I love that we get a Goblin Gear set. I love this stuff. I love all Goblin stuff. Guerrilla Tactics is going to be here. Ooh, we got Osborne Tech too, man. This is going to be so awesome.
Someone's saying, to be fair to me, there were only 5 villains in the movie.
Okay.
I've only got so far in the comics, but I did watch the 90s cartoon a lot.
I watched so much of all of that.
Mm-hmm. Always running out of web stuff.
I don't think it was as good, though, as Batman Animated. Can anything be that good?
I have fond memories of Batman Animated and the X-Men cartoons.
That intro, man. That intro.
The Batman intro?
Yeah, on top of the building, you know, with the like noir thing going
That old
on.
Batmobile is awesome.
So good.
Can you imagine, by the way? I've thought about this.
I need to watch that again.
Pulling up in that Batmobile. It's like 30 feet long.
You thought about that?
Oh, yeah. If you know, you can actually buy it. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, hold on.
You can buy a Batmobile? What the heck? I mean, I guess you could buy anything if you make it so, but...
Not that. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine? Look at this
How
thing.
do you drive something
I
that
don't
has
know,
so
but
much
I
front end like
absolutely
that?
love it.
How do you possibly steer that in a way that doesn't just destroy everything?
I don't know, dude. But, you know, one can dream.
All right, a campaign, and we got some basic stuff. Okay, so this is all our campaign upgrades. Got them.
So it says we need Sandman 1 and 2. So these are the other villains. I'm going to stack them. Venom, Doc Ock, Mysterio, Venom, Goblin. And I keep those in a singular
I just
stack.
want to shout out Vincent here. You want to hear something sad? My mom never let me watch the Batman animated show because she thought it was too dark. It was pretty dark. Her defense.
But also awesome.
But also formative for our brains.
All right, Sandman 1 and 2 here. Main scheme deck, hapless pedestrians, 1A and B. You see that somewhere? Oh, there it is. Encounter deck, Sandman stack.
Done.
City and Chaos.
City and Chaos is right here.
Here, they usually put it in chronological order. City and Chaos, standard encounter set, which is here.
That's here. That's the classic.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave this real quick. The down-to-earth modular set can be removed from the scenario and or added to other scenarios when using scenario customization rules. Setup put the public outcry environment into play. So let me stand.
Do you have that?
Yeah, I probably do. These cards you can just stack up and move to the side.
Okay, we're done with these.
Yeah.
Oh, public outcry. Is this what you need? Yeah. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these are all campaign cards. Okay, so we've got smear campaign, bad publicity. That's pretty cool. LOL not
And it should be in standard mode, which you have it in.
Yeah.
Shuffle the smear campaign treachery into the encounter deck.
Smear campaign is here.
Yeah. Choose one campaign community service side scheme at random.
Got it. Cool. Love
Shuffle that side scheme into the encounter deck.
Dude, gargoyles, yes.
That show was.
Kyrillos.
I had a gargoyle toy as a kid that had the wings that could move. Also, it's really funny. My parents were willing to let me have gargoyles. But anyways, and one day I was like so excited about this toy, I took it to kindergarten in my bag, and then I got in trouble. And
By the teacher?
Yeah,
Or?
you weren't supposed to bring toys from home.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, what are they just supposed to have the toys you want there?
and they were lame.
Yeah, of course they're lame.
Wanted me to read
Yeah, they
and
gotta be
stuff.
vanilla? Gross.
I didn't want books.
No.
I wanted Pogs.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That was also a phase.
I had a slammer that was like so awesome.
You remember when they were like,
I still remember that thing.
let's make slammers with smell. Remember that? It was like bubble gum. And
Did you
like,
scratch the top of them?
no, it's just like the rubber on this
Dude,
back of
I
the slammer.
don't remember that at all.
Yeah, horrible idea. Because like little kids are gonna have their hands on it all day, smashing stuff. It's eventually gonna smell horrible.
Yeah,
It did.
yeah. But I guess, yeah.
And then we're ready to play.
All right, now you have those Spidey tokens, don't you?
I do. I'm about to grab them. And my Spidey board.
Some folks are wanting us to sell those again.
I get texts about that a lot. I meant to tell you that.
Why were they so hard to produce?
Well, it
Is
was
that all solved?
maybe. Do you have your obligation, by the way?
Yeah,
This one?
I just had it. This one, Word Father. Maybe we will then.
I think we did work it out. We could offer like a bundle with the boards and the tokens, technically.
Yeah. Might
People
do
want
it.
to get in there.
Might do it. I'll at least ask around.
Here's what you do. You ready for it? This is your chance. Join our Discord. All right, go to the Discord.
Always be promoting.
That's right. Go into the Marvel Champions channel, and if you would absolutely buy a pair, let me show them. All right. Don't be jealous. Take action. I'm giving you a chance here. I'm empowering you. Here is a limited edition spider board that we did. It's red. It's beautiful. It's shiny. All right. Here's actually a black prototype of the same thing, which I'm going to let Steven use.
No, that's the original board there.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Here it is. See? Look at that. It's got the red back.
Yeah.
That's real limited.
Yeah, it's so limited we didn't make it.
I think there's like one of those.
It's just worse.
Hey, don't say that.
Well, that's why we didn't sell it. Because it's just worse.
Well, we could sell it. People start freaking out about it. Can leave your windows open.
You gotta have the red board.
Verbally. Anyway, so if you look at this.
Apparently, we need the down-to-earth modular as well. I don't know where that came from, but I'm grabbing it.
Now, don't pay attention to these sparkly tokens. Those are different and not coming back.
They'll never be back.
Yeah. Although we can use them. How about we just use all the fancy stuff today? I usually don't, because then people ask about them and it feels bad. So we have these tokens, and I think I had this is actually early.
Yeah, you had the working on the issues versions.
Yeah. Just some designs on there. And then on the back of all the statuses.
Nobody can see anything on that.
Get this thing going. Yeah. Just look up spider tokens. Anyways, if you would buy those, join the Discord. Go to the Marvel Champions channel. Post saying as much that you'd love to see these come back. And tag Botanami. At B-O-U-T.
Already wrong.
A-M-I. B-O-T-O-U-N-A-M-I.
That's right. Yeah.
B-O-T-O-U-N-A-M-I. Once you start at and then you start typing it, it'll pop up.
Yeah, this is supposed to be in there, I think, somehow. Down to earth.
All right. If you would buy those, let Steven know. And we need a volume of people saying it so that he is so annoyed he'll actually take action.
If you enjoy taking part in the Marvel Champions discussion on Discord, you have Zach to blame for the fact that it will be unreadable for probably the next 12 to 48 hours.
Simple way to fix that. Make him available, baby. And, good luck.
Oh, that's funny. I'm already getting notifications on my phone now. I want to be able to chat. This is horrible. Are you even... Do you even know what you're doing? Oh my gosh, it's just vibrating. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would apologize, but I can hear it. Oh man, is that really it? Is your phone vibrating?
Yeah.
You get notifications for that?
Yeah, when I'm tagged. Otherwise, how do you know to check? I don't get notifications for anything else.
I just, when I go to Discord, I see that I have little notifications and I check them.
No, I feel like it's more of a real-time conversation thing. So, like, if somebody tags me, especially on the Ask Covenant channel in the moment, it's like, oh, I want to be able to, answer that question.
Lanky Rat says, Zach, always the heel.
So true. It's so true. Why do you do this?
Hey, how effective will it be, though? If you get hundreds of people tagging you saying they would do it, you're way more likely to be wanting to do it.
That's true.
If I say, hey, a bunch of people are texting me that we should do this, do you think we should do it? You would be like, ah. But now there's personal.
I mean, I'm down to do it. I wasn't sure that we could ever actually make these again because I think they may have killed our production partner. They did not go smoothly. You remember they were 6 months delayed on the holidays last year?
I do remember.
2 years ago?
It was very painful.
It was just it was the most painful. Man, they look good though. They look real good.
These also look good.
Prepare a game. If the X-Men come out, would you all make an X-Men board? I couldn't resist. I don't think. It's so awesome. But can you make X-Men things without branding an X-Men? Because we don't have, obviously, the mark for that, the trademark.
I think you can. Even the color palette is very particular. They have the blue and yellow suits.
Yeah. You ready to play?
I'm ready to play.
Oh my gosh, I've almost forgotten how to do it.
We'll get in there.
And that's fine. I like that. It's kind of like this is the way co-op games I think go. They come in phases. They're like a sine wave, ups and downs.
A sine wave. That's hilarious. Can you read the 1/8 to us?
Hapless pedestrians search the encounter deck for the city streets environment and put it into play. Place 4 sand counters on it. You got your little token box?
Mm-hmm.
Forgive the constant rumbling in the background of my phone. Thank you, Zach.
One of the best parts to me is that this video will live on forever as the first video in the series. So if you're watching it 5 years from now...
Hey, can I still get in on this?
Go to your Discord.
5 years later. They don't even make acrylic anymore.
I think your loves the salmon-colored sleeves.
Speaking of salmon, consider water. Nalgene, 100% HDPE food-grade plastic, made in the USA. I like my bottles in 48 ounces. Let me tell you, when you can fill up a water bottle with water, you drink more of it. And you do your part to not use single-use plastic, which, as we all know, is a complete waste of time. So the next step, aside from not using any plastic at all, is to use a reusable plastic container and never let it go. Use it forever. Try not to lose it. And you'll be saving the planet while you save your body. H2O goes a long way. HydroBrain, HydroLife, etc. Put stickers on them too if you want. You get a metal bottle, like a clean canteen or something. You can boil water in that one. So if you're looking for the survival, end of time stuff, that's a good choice. Been with me for a while. This one really...
Blank saying apparently, flow like water, the card popping up is chef's kiss. All right, public outcry, check this out. Response: after a minion or side scheme is defeated, remove a notoriety counter from here. It comes in with 4.
Okay.
And it's got an acceleration on it. So if we defeat 4 minions or side schemes, it goes away.
Yeah.
And it's a victory 1.
So until then, the public doesn't like us. Right. Because they're like, why? The sand's involved. Why are you here? And the sand is here also.
City Streets, Surging Sand. Special places sand counter here. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck equal to the number of sand counters here. Hero action, exhaust a character you control. Remove sand counters here equal to your attack. So...
Oh, that's easy. So attack it for 4 and it's done?
Whenever the special happens, which we'll see in a second, put a sand counter, and then discard cards on the top of this equal to the number of sand counters.
Okay.
You can attack into it to basically zero it out, you know?
So we're going to slowly increase. We're going to add acceleration counters over time because we're going to be milling the encounter. Now, but maybe there's cards in there that say when they're discarded, something happens.
Yeah.
So we got to watch out for that.
Yeah. Sandman, 1 scheme, 2 attack, special. When Sandman attacks you, that attack deals indirect damage. If your identity takes any amount of damage from the attack, resolve the Surging Sands ability on City Streets. So he attacks you, it's indirect damage. And if any of that goes on your hero, you put a counter here.
Okay, so incentivize to play allies. Got it.
And that's really it.
Everything look okay? Focus all right? Is it a little too bright? Feels too bright to me up there. But YouTube crushes everything down so much that I don't have an actual monitor. If you actually see the shot as it's supposed to be, it looks a little bright. I think YouTube ruins everything, basically. So.
Tori's saying, notable, allies do not take consequential damage for digging sand counters. So if they punch here, you just exhaust a character and do it.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
that's what you. So you really want to do allies. Martin Wilson, do you see this comment? What is this? Martin Wilson, a Polish distributor.
Oh, there was...
you didn't hear it from me, but watch out for some more mutants around September, October. What does that mean?
There was some distributor that apparently leaked X-Men. Which would make sense. Gen Con's coming up in August. That would be a pretty good announcement to make it Gen Con. Just saying.
So X-Men is definitely being announced at Gen Con and then going to be happening in September, October.
Someone confirmed, I think it was Caleb, that X-Men were happening. Like... in the near future.
Yeah, we knew that for sure, but you know, an idea is only an idea. Once you actually get a date, it's still basically an idea. But once you actually get the product, it's real.
That's right. You love starting with web shooters, I'll tell you that much.
We need 4 counters, of course, on City Streets. Thank you. Got it. We've got these general purpose counters. I tell you what, this set was forward thinking.
We were ready.
We were ready. It's even in Sandman's colors. Green.
I'm going to keep my setup cards and discard everything else.
Okay, let's see what I'm starting with. Ghost Kick. What doesn't kill me? Web Bracelet. Strength. Plan B. Pirouette Punch. Web Bracelet Strength is just a perfect starting hand. Ghost Kick is so good, I don't know if I can ditch it. What doesn't kill me, I do not need. Heal 2 doesn't work here. When a card is revealed from the encounter deck, this is a fine thing to get rid of. Plan B, exhaust, discard a random, deal 2 damage. I like this card. I think I'm going to keep this. Should I keep this Ghost Kick? I mean, how can you not? The value is incredible. Oh, right. I need it. You get any of them clear sleeves? Oh, you sure do.
This here?
Yep.
For your hero.
Don't forget your starting tech. What's a starting tech? Do you have a starting tech? What does that mean, Chris? Martin. Is Quicksilver still a mutant? Oh, wait, no, yeah. So this is a different conversation. Starting tech. All right, I'm gonna keep.
It doesn't say anything.
That's not until the next scenario. No starting tech.
Great.
Apparently. Great. 2 cards that are green, which means I can spin them as resources.
Perfect.
Okay.
Who you want to go first?
Yeah, I'd love it. Check the rep track. Okay, we have no rep though currently. Don't start with anything. Right on. Okay, here's Gwen. What's up, Gwen Stacy? Okay, now what's the point of this game? We're supposed to remove things from the scheme and kill Sandman, right? Or defeat, excuse me.
Yeah, hold on.
That's what I need.
Starts with 4. If completed, we lose. Force response after an acceleration token is placed on the scheme. Deal 3 indirect damage to the first player.
You're using these guys?
Yep.
Those are unreadable on the screen.
Are they?
I think so.
Can you guys see these tokens? If not, we'll change. It's cool. Let's
You
just
think
see.
anybody can see that too right there?
You might be surprised.
Okay, so 18 and it goes. Adds 2 per, and we've got an acceleration currently on the board. Place on this, deal 3 indirect. So this is a quick one. We need to move fast because it's only going to get worse over time, isn't it? Okay. Now, bait and switch here is kind of interesting. When Sandman attacks you, that attack does indirect damage. For any takes any amount of damage, so that attack resolve this resistance, which we don't want, and I don't have an ally, so no. Okay, web bracelet goes here. Then that can pay for this, and then we can ghost kick here.
About 60% of people say they can see it just fine.
Okay. We live to serve half of you. All right, so let's switch over from Gwen Stacy. Let's use this ability. I can't ready George Stacy. I can shuffle from my discard. Okay, so none of this works. I can't do anything with this. Flip to hero mode. I'm the ghost spider. I love this. Web bracelet. Oh wait, it doesn't give me. Hold on, it doesn't give me money. I made a mistake.
Oh no.
I thought it was a money generator. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna hold ghost kick then. So let's use the strength here. This.
Torres, no, we didn't. Tell me this. Can you see this more easily?
4 threat from the main scheme.
Is that more readable to you? Robin Waxley, do you need the core set, or you just start playing with this?
You need the standard cards in the core set.
You need the core set? I definitely recommend starting with the core set. And then it has Spider-Man in it, so if you're into the whole Spider-Verse, this is a really great secondary product to buy.
I see what I can do. Okay. All right, so play web bracelet with the strength there. Bada boom. Then
Let's nuke him.
What do you think? Thwart attack? I'm just gonna start working on Sandman here, man.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel like punching these away is good too.
But my punch is only a 2, you know?
Yeah.
And that's not using a basic power, right?
Right. So you need a punch, and then you can play your basic power card if you need it.
I can do a little bit of both here.
Because then you're ready, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna attack for 2 on Sandman, and I'm going to respond to that. Ghost kick for 2. I'm gonna drop both of these to pay for it. After Ghost Spider uses a basic power, so we'll remove 2. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. So 6 to Sandman. Then we'll trigger Web Bracelet. After you resolve an interrupted response, exhaust, draw a card. And then we'll trigger here after you resolve an ability, Randy Ghost Spider.
It's a lot of action.
And then we will play Plan B with a Plan B.
Plan C.
It's called Plan C, that's right. And then we will exhaust, remove 2 from Surging Sands.
All right, nice.
Okay, and that's me. Now, worth noting, this is going to be a problem for me.
What?
Sandman.
Why?
I just don't have any allies. So when Sandman attacks me, it deals indirect damage. What happens if I block that attack?
Can you?
I think I can't. It's only damage that goes past the block would then be indirect. It can't be an unblockable villain. That's not possible. But can you block sand?
I mean,
I have.
I don't know if you can block indirect damage.
You can block the attack, and then any damage the attack would do becomes indirect, right?
I have no idea.
Right? You have to be able to block the attack. You can't possibly have a villain you can't block.
Blank says Sandman's attack plus boost minus defensive damage you take.
There we go. Okay. Over to you.
All right, let's play Gonk Lee. Let's use his ability exhaust, draw a card. If I'm in hero form, which I'm not. So how about that? We're going to switch to Spider-Man. We're going to play some web shooters. Comes in with 3 of these nice counters. Then we're going to...
Do you like how tidy my board is compared to
check
you
this out.
just like slapping cards on top of each other over
I'm going to
there?
use my web shooter to play a government liaison for 1. I'm going to exhaust government liaison to play a shield card from my hand, reducing its cost by 1. No, I can't do that.
Ah, we were this close. Is Gonka... Oh, wait, you had to use that early, to draw.
It's fine. Then I'm going to go ahead and just exhaust to remove here,
Okay.
just because I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
And then that'll be me.
All right.
But I am...
See what happens.
I'm going to
Master
keep one card. I'm
strategy.
going to keep this one.
Wait, did you have 2 cards extra there?
1.
Okay. Just card a surveillance team. What is wrong with you?
You'll see.
Okay. I got 5 hand coming in. Okay. Ryan Rohan here. I know you're running precons, but curious what your favorite aspect is, or is it dependent on the hero? For me, it's Justice 9 times out of 10 because I play so a lot and it feels very needed. Favorite aspect?
We play 2-player a lot, and my favorite is probably aggression. I really like leadership, but it's almost like too good. So I think I default towards aggression because it feels more interactive than just like insane with leadership.
Yeah. Yeah. From Gwen, Stacy, and Miles Morales. Okay. Fine. Oh my gosh, this is crazy, man.
Nicholas, that's actually a common misconception, saying you must divide indirect damage. Indirect damage just can be divided. It doesn't have to be divided.
It doesn't have to be divided like equally. What was that game that used to have it like that? It was like... What was it that had indirect damage? Was it Conquest? I can't remember.
Maybe.
Okay, so here's what we got looking at. So let's start with the rules. So we're going to add 1 per player, so that's 2. And then we're going to add 1 extra because of the acceleration counter, so we're going to add 3 total. There. Then we're going to have Sandman attack. Am I first player? I'm first player.
Yeah.
Sam's going to attack me for 2 plus a boost. I'm going to defend that for 3.
Okay.
And I'm not sure when I play this, but I'm going to do it now. I've just used a basic power, right?
When you blocked, yeah?
After I use a basic power is now.
I think so.
I'm going to play a Phantom Flip for 2 off of energy. After Ghost Spider uses a basic power, remove 5 threat from a scheme. Then I will trigger Ghost Spider to stand up, and I will trigger Web Bracelet to draw a card.
Wow. She's good, man.
It's unbelievable.
All right, boost card.
Yeah.
+2. There goes your obligation. 4 damage coming at you.
So I will take 1, most unfortunate, and we will resolve the Sand ability. Since I took, if your identity takes any amount of damage, resolve surging sands, place a sand counter there, discard cards equal to the number of sand counters, 1 card.
All right, there goes a common criminal.
No harm, no foul. Okay.
Okay. Then he's going to attack me.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-huh.
What are the chances that you're going to be an alter ego next turn?
And do you need me to?
If you, I'm trying not to outright tell you because it's kind of more fun, you know, to not quite know what's happening, but there's kiss potential, I'll say that.
You can heal me.
Which would heal 3 damage each from Gwen and Miles. So
Gotcha.
if you have to take some damage, not a big deal. Otherwise, I could just block this attack at a 3 as well, which is not terrible.
I would not mind spinning down.
Okay. Okay. Well, then, yeah, you can take some
So I'm
damage.
just going to take it. 2 plus a boost. Plus 3. So 5 interact, and that's going to trigger.
Add 1 counter, discard 2 cards. Easy peasy.
Okay. And then the encounter phase, you're first.
See, this is kind of cool. Okay, first player. Ooh, volunteer work. Nice. 6 threat. You cannot thwart this scheme. Alter ego, spend 2 resources of any type, remove threat equal to your alter ego's recover. If your identity has a civilian trait, draw a card. Mine does. Wow. This is kind of a cool side scheme. I love this design. You just get to you gotta do normal stuff.
I'm just reading.
What's going on? Is anybody catching us up? We made mistakes yet?
No. It's saying the surging sands, but it doesn't.
Just place 1 counter here. When Sandman attacks you, it deals indirect damage. For identity takes any amount, resolves Surging Sand's ability. The ability says place a sand counter, discard card. Yeah, it's totally fun.
Okay, mine.
Yep.
Caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control.
They gotcha.
Web shooters, I guess. This card sucks. I
hate this card.
I just don't like control cards.
Well, that is surprising. You don't like playing against him, is what you mean.
I even more now, like looking back at like Thrones when I was playing the burn deck.
Yeah.
That was what my faction did, so that is what you do. But I much prefer, like we were talking about on a recent, I think we're doing that Power 7 series on the podcast, but about like, I would way rather them have altered strength in a combat that then cost you a character.
Yeah.
Instead of just nuking a character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. But that's not fun.
It's neither here nor there.
It's not fun. Or sometimes if you bake in escape valves with like caught off guard, it's like discard from the thing or spend 4 resources.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Like in this case, it was like discard a card or like discard a random card from your hand.
Yeah. But this isn't too bad.
It's not that bad. It's a one-up.
It's just the fact that you lost your web shooter and now you're sad about it, which I understand and enjoy.
But it's just like the show, right? I mean, oh no, I'm out of web stuff, so like gotta go back to the lab.
Whoops.
All right, end of the turn, over to me and pass that token. I'm not gonna snipe it from you.
Yeah, over to you.
Oakley dokley.
All right, so Sandman's just like making sand everywhere. So it's a Star Wars tie-in situation, right?
So I can't play this card. So I'm gonna play Power Within and pitch Ghost Spider because
that's a smart thing to have in your team up box, right?
And then I'm gonna use a basic power.
Wait, is it the same? Are we the same ghost? It's the same Ghost Spider, right? There's not like multiple Ghost Spiders, is there?
You don't have
Gwen Stacy that's me.
Yeah. So I can't play it.
I don't know. Sometimes the comic books there's like 20 versions of it. Yeah,
I get you. So I'm gonna get 2 free damage and stunning the enemy.
Just for playing it.
Well, when I resolve a basic power, which I will do.
Oh.
Do you want 2 threat or 2 attack? Why can't you do this one? It's gotta be
me. I get it.
No. Which one would you rather me do based on what you're doing?
I think this threat's a non-issue. I think we should just blast Sandman until it's done.
This?
Sandman.
Well,
Didn't you say 2 threat or 2 attack?
yeah.
So attack would go here.
Gotcha. But you don't care about this or this.
Oh, you know. What are you going to do? You got to spend resources to get that done. You can't even thwart it. But you get to draw a card. Ooh, I think...
Wait, you can just throw this like normal.
It says you
Oh, you
cannot
can't.
thwart the scheme. It says it right there on the...
I can't see it. There's a
Gwen
reflection.
Stacy. Choose to either shuffle... Yeah, so... Oof. This is kind of a weird... I like these axes. They've got us playing some different axes here.
And it's the estimate on the podcast. It should be soonish, that series. Stay tuned. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch for 2 here.
Great, nice.
I'm going to trigger this power within. After a hero uses basic power, discard this. Resolve my Venom Blast ability. So we'll do 2 more damage. And he'll get stunned. To help you out a little bit.
So far, so good.
All right, then I'm going to go down to Alter Ego. I'm going to use here. Draw a card. I'm going to pay... Use...
You're move 4
hold
with
on.
your little volunteer ability.
Before I go down, I'm going to use this. I didn't know it was a hero action. Government Liaison to play this Sky Destroyer that was in my hand. When I play a shield card, I'll do 2 damage forever.
Government is hero only?
And yeah.
That's annoying.
And then...
Does this respond to itself?
I don't know. Does Sky Destroyer respond to itself?
Surely, right? No,
It's not in play.
It's
when
not in
I don't
play.
think
No,
so.
it doesn't do that. What's up, Stalker? We are back. That's right. So far, so good on these heroes. I'll tell you a
Oh
second.
yeah, and I switched down, so let's...
These heroes are so good.
I'm going to put this back in my deck.
Seems reasonable. Yeah. So can I only...
Someone's saying it does trigger.
Really? All right, let's go. Cards.
You know where we're going? Straight to Value Town.
Huh. That's one way to build a game right there.
All right, so here's a question. What form are you going to end up in?
I think I might end up in alter ego form. Yeah. Now, if you can pop 4 off of this by paying 2 money right now, I can pop 3 off of it. We can get that out of here. Get rid of a token. You draw a card. You're a civilian on the... Yeah, so you draw a card if you do this. And then we get a reputation counter. Or we take public outcry, one of those off. Because we're doing volunteer work while the city is melting with sand.
Discard 2. Remove this.
You also had a young love.
Yeah, I just drew it.
That would have been beautiful. We played it at the same turn.
Off of this guy.
Oh.
Gonk set us up. My wingman.
All right, and then you draw a card.
No one's appreciating my good jokes.
Gonk, the best wingman in the game. And then, is that it? See, this is where Plan B would be really good for that card, right? It's just like discard it for 2 damage.
Yeah, that's it. I like this guy, though.
We're both going to end up in alter ego, aren't we?
That's fine.
That stun can sit around.
What
Right?
could go wrong?
I'm going to hold on to this card.
Alter Ego's just worth so many cards to me at this point. I get 2 bonus cards when I'm down here. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so then do I have any weird responses that matter? No. Ooh, do I want to play
Gain
B?
Key is his name, apparently.
Gain Key.
All right, Gain Key.
Gonk.
Thank you for the pronunciation.
What do I do when I do nothing when I'm Gwen, basically? I need George, apparently. I'm surprised I can't go get George.
There's a card you can use to tutor him.
Oh. I'd like permanent.
Great. Been playing this like a fool.
Okay. Is there something weird I can do here?
Highly likely.
No, there's really not. So I roll in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't clear it.
I pay to do the thing. We clear that. I draw a card. Okay, so as long I'm gonna do it. I've got a plan B, man. Don't hit young love. You're gonna be choosing.
Our whole plan.
25% chance that it's going to fail. But when can you get better odds in life than 25% chance of failure?
All the time.
No way.
I live my life on odds higher than that.
This is plan B, man. Spider Hog says yes.
In games, I'm very risky. In life, I'm not.
Is he actually called Peter Porker?
No.
Oh, but
It's
why.
Spider Ham, right?
Yeah.
What do you not want me to get?
The Young Love, the Kissy card.
I'm going to choose a different card.
What'd you get?
I'm just kidding. Web binding.
Great. 2 damage, courtesy of our second plan.
Sun Temple, the problem with the waiting is that he can't go down to all 3 go and wait because plan B is a hero action.
Hero action, that's right.
So 75% chance everything's fine, and it was.
Flip it to Gwen Stacy. Oh wait, I gotta attack. Do some stuff here too. Let's do 2 counters off.
Peter Porker is his real name.
Oh, good.
He checks out.
Flip down to Gwen. Pay 2 for volunteer work. Draw a card. And then remove this, which removes this, which removes this. It's like a machine. It's like a machine.
Daniel's saying he was a spider that was bitten by a radioactive pig. Is that true?
That's gotta be real, right? That's gotta be real.
I know there's a creepy Spider-Man that's made up of spiders.
Play Young Love there. Let's all heal.
Like
Let's take Gavakias.
he's literally like a big group of spiders.
You know what a group of spiders is called?
A flock. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. A bad time. A terror.
The other, so you know how my backyard faces like
A nightmare.
a field and trees and stuff?
Yep.
The other night, a couple weeks ago,
Oh, here we go.
I was walking to turn the light off in the bedroom, like, you know, and in the hall, out of like the corner of my eye, I saw this like little thing go like lightning across. It was in the dark, and I could just see this motion. I was like, oh my God, it's a spider. So, of course, I scream and run. I'm just kidding. I turned the light on in the hall. In the
Grab
corner,
the gun.
I was like, this has got to be, it was the fastest spider I've ever seen in my entire life. It's just like, it was crazy fast. Like a blur.
Unsettling. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like,
too
this is
fast.
weird.
Too fast for
Yeah.
normal.
And like, if it was a spider that's moving that fast, I can't win.
Yeah, it's even weirder.
It's small and fast. Anyways, it wasn't. It was, I think it was a centipede. But there's a branch of them that fly solo, and like they're like super fast. And he found a little bug in the corner that he like chased down. And
It was a centipede?
I think
Did
so.
you see it?
Yeah, I killed it.
Yeah. Those things are crazy.
But it was also just like, I hope I don't miss.
How big was it?
It's probably like this long.
Dude, those things are crazy.
And they had like a bazillion legs. It was the craziest thing I've ever
It's
seen.
not a centipede then.
Whatever it was.
Millipede?
I don't know. It had a bunch of legs and it was very
If it's
fast.
millipede, you shouldn't kill it because it's fine. But I don't think they eat insect. Maybe they do.
But it was going to town on a spider.
Oh.
Is what it was happening.
Well, that sounds like a friend.
Well, except for then you Google it and it's like it bites humans too. And
Oh,
it's
okay,
like,
that's a
you know,
problem.
not great, but it was like the fastest
really
creature.
weird, yeah.
It's just like
Hold on, let me look that up. That's
it was.
insane.
It was like, and it was almost. At first, it was unnerving because
Well, they are unnerving. I've had one on me. Is this the little guy?
no.
Okay, good. Well, you're safe then because those are worse.
We looked it up and found exactly what it was, but it had like so many legs. It was wild. And then it was like, it usually is by itself. Like there's not more of them when you find it.
Like that kind of a thing? Wow. What did you see, man? Was it an alien? I've never heard of a thing that looks like that
Here it is.
problematic unless that's not as... Oh my gosh, what is that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called a house centipede.
Oh, that's creepier than a normal centipede.
That's what I was saying, except for it was longer too.
You have those at your house?
We had one.
I don't have those in my
But
house.
apparently they fly so low, and they mainly just eat other bugs. But like if they do end up biting a human, it just looks like a whelp on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he moved so like it was so fast that in the dark though I could see the motion on the carpet.
That's like a nightmare material there.
Yeah, it was creepy.
Nobody
man.
wants that.
And he's like tucked in the corner, and I was really just hoping I didn't.
Nobody
look at
wants
this guy.
that. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I don't like that genre of thing. I don't need that many things happening in the body at once. That's awful.
Krillo says, "Get the flamethrower." I was explaining to my brother John. He's like, "So you guys burnt the house down, right?"
I'm ready to ready. You ready to ready?
I'm ready to ready.
Ready to ready already?
Now that we had that what's a deluge? Temporary reprieve.
The exact opposite.
What's
It's a sudden downpour.
Nailed it.
Like if you had a deluge of house centipedes, it would be a ton of them all at once.
Wow. E. Kimmel woke up one morning with a house centipede on my face. I was forever scarred. Hopefully not literally.
Oh, wow.
Now this is back to you.
Okay.
No, hold on.
No, we haven't done the bad stuff yet.
Yeah. I was
Just
like, we skipped a bunch of phases.
So we got 2 added plus 1 for the thing, so we're bringing 3 to the party. And then we've got the villain activation, starting with you, going to be 1 plus a card in threat.
1 plus 0.
I'll take it.
Threat or menace. Love that card. Looks awesome.
Give me a 1 plus as well, if you would.
1 plus 1. Bad cards.
Weak schemer.
How about I go ahead and discard all my stuff again? Sand clone. X equal the number of sand counters on city streets.
0 attack.
That's so cool, though.
Yeah.
I love this thematically. Hold on. Let's give credit where credit's due.
When defeated, you resolve the sand ability, but we also get rid of public outcry. This is cool. It's just the public's wanting us to like help them.
Yeah. And like they're not sure if we're good
Stupid
guys
public.
or bad guys yet, right? That's where the reputation comes in.
'Cause we
This
look
is
weird.
really good. Expansion design development. Michael Boggs.
The Bogginator.
Additional development. Caleb Grace and MJ Newman. MJ Newman, one of the guests on our Power 7 series coming up on the podcast. That was a good interview. I like that.
Advance the villain schemes, not a problem. 1 plus.
Don't like that. 1 plus 2.
That's 3. About halfway, a little over halfway there. We better get to it.
Bob, how do you think the centipede felt? E. Kimmel. Emotional damage. Have you seen that guy? He's everywhere on the internet right now.
I couldn't tell you, man.
Like a bad thing will happen to someone, and then it cuts to this guy saying emotional damage. It's very funny. Like there was a video where a woman is asking her husband, "Will you still like me? You know, if I gain weight later in life?" And then you hear a kid in the background be like, "But mom, you're already fat." And then it just cuts emotional damage.
That sounds like the internet.
Yeah, you know, just apparently TikTok doing his thing.
TikTok, huh?
I'm not on it.
Yeah.
It's the first wave I feel like I'm missing. I'm under the wave, and I love it.
Yeah, that's one I can pass on for sure. Okay, back to me. Am I first player again? Give me the goods.
I'm going to take this action into our friend.
Okay, this is a fine... Oh, but it's not a Web Warrior card I control. Bummer. Okay. We got to think about this. Okay, Gwen, we're not going to get to use the...
This is really funny.
Bummer. Alright, we're going up to hero mode. No George to be found.
Eventually, Jorge will be here.
Jorge. This is just all good cards. Okay, Ghost Spider, what you're going to do is you're going to attack for 2 on... How are we doing over here? Can you kill that with 1 shot? Like with a Sky Destroyer or something? Are you going to play a shield card?
I'm definitely going to play a shield card, but it's got 3 health. It also has 0 attack right now.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly worried about it.
Okay, so let me go 2 to Sandman.
Although once we defeat it, we remove a counter here.
I know it's happening. Then I'm going to play Phantom Flip with a Take It to the Multiverse. I wish I could have spent that on my Alter Ego side, but I can't, sadly. So we respond, use a basic power, remove 5 threat from the scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Look at you. Spider-Gwen is crazy.
We're going to exhaust, draw a card.
She's one of the best heroes I've ever seen.
We're going to stand out. It's unbelievable. I don't even know how it works. Okay. Then...
You're totally going to build a shield deck after this, aren't you? That's where this is going.
Probably.
Wait till you see what I'm about to do. You're going to flip your lid.
Probably. Man, you know what? Let's go. Return the favor. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a treachery. Reveal that treachery, deal 5 damage to the villain. I guess I'm supposed to have the cancel when I do this, right?
Too late now. Rhino minion. Bunch of sides games. This is good. Okay, here you go.
What's this? Is it Shadows of the Past? Assault. It's fine. The villain attacks me.
Oh, he's stunned. Would you look at that? That's actually where it gets really awesome.
5 damage. Going to 9.
Because if he's already stunned or something, that's good value.
Well, here's an idea.
Bob says, did you just play Return the Favor without a cancel?
That's right. We're going to do it again.
Oh my
Return
goodness.
the favor.
There you go.
Bring it on. What do we got?
What is treachery?
Now or never. Peril. Put an acceleration on the main scheme.
Ooh, and it says after an acceleration is placed here, deal 3 indirect damage to the first player.
That's me. I'm the first player.
I'm the captain now.
But then I've got a response to that.
What? You taking 3 interact or you?
Jump flip. Pay for it with Across the Spider-Verse. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 2 of that damage. If I paid using a lightning, which I did, remove 2 threat from the main scheme.
Wow. You have answers for everything.
And then 5 damage.
Bob says, wow, that worked. You know what? I'm just going to pack it up and go home. I think you can take care of this one.
Plan B. Discard a random card, do 2 damage.
Get out of here.
Go Spider, swing in for 2.
You're just sending him to the next stage?
Dude, let's go. Not even asking. I'm telling.
If this discards my stuff, I'm
Sandman
really
2.
upset.
When revealed, resolve the Surging Sands ability on city streets to 1/3. Force interrupt when Sandman attacks you. It deals indirect. If your identity takes it, do the same thing. So just a scarier.
And he's at 36. And we're out of here.
That's right.
Well, that's easy.
I did my part.
I'm just going to be over here going to high school. Okay. Mine, I suppose. Wild sugar.
Yeah, so what's your turn going to be?
I'm just going to keep setting up. She's government liaison to play another one.
Pay 1 for that?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Oh, you can trigger the boat.
Let's trigger the boat. We'll do 2 damage to the Sandman. Let's use the government liaison.
This guy's got 1 attack now. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. Let's play another one.
Are you crazy?
Why not?
Now, I think this is what you're supposed to do, right? I mean, it doesn't feel Spider-Man whatsoever.
I need a flip
but-
before I'm doing this.
Yeah,
That's
do
fine.
all that. It's not very Miles, really, is it? But it's great.
Let's get rid of one of these. And then let's play a web shot. Do 4 damage to an enemy if I play with a lightning. Resolve my venom blast. So I'm going to do 6 and stun him. And then let's just attack. Let's get rid of that so we can make this guy 0.
Okay.
And now I can play shield cards at -3.
Well, we're clearly better than this game.
Definitely. It's probably all those hours we spent building these decks.
Did you see what Retro Daniel says there?
Apparently, Peter Parker was the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point, but Miles definitely has not been.
You see what Blank says there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to play it while you reduce it. So this may be completely worthless.
It's not.
Unless you have 3 shield cards.
Perhaps I do.
Man, why are all these cards so good? Why is everything in this deck so good? I'm not used to this in pre-cons. This is nuts. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add 3 here. You see?
4.
Oh, right. I did that. I added 4.
It was me.
Then we're going to have Sandman activate against me. Then.
Oh, bummer.
And we're going to have Sandman activate against you. I'm happy to block that.
Yeah, let's get in there. Come on.
Right, let's block it.
Easily the best defensive character ever printed. This is crazy.
3 plus 0. Give me a 0.
3 plus 3. Friends and family.
Okay, I'll take 3. And then after I'm dealt damage, place a sand.
Check this out. It's an obligation in that Down to Earth package While in hero form, increase the resource cost of each event played by 1. Alter ego action, discard 1 identity-specific card from your hand. Discard this obligation.
That's awesome. I love it because I'm going to hate it. And then I'm going to respond after using that basic defense with a Phantom Flip. We're going to throw in these. I think this is right. Yeah. Well, let's throw in these. Well, let's throw in these. Well,
I see. You're gonna love this deck, Steven.
Who needs allies?
I've been saying that my whole life.
Resolve the web bracelet to draw. Gwen is gonna stand up, and then Phantom Flip resolves for 5.
I don't know what's happening, but I like all of it.
It's just crazy. I don't know. Just playing the cards and reading them.
Seems good.
Yeah.
This Sand Clone's gonna hit me for 1.
Sure.
Bad cards.
Did you take an attack from Sandman? Oh, I blocked that. Right.
Got him.
Yeah. Sand form. Attach to Sandman when you would deal any amount of damage to Sandman. Discard this instead and resolve Surging Sands. Love that.
Okay.
Very good.
Let's get another Sand Clone. They're out in force. Let's go.
Hey, 2 of those. We get rid of these 2. I feel like we need to clear Public Outcry before we kill
I
Sandman.
agree. Yeah,
or
victory 1 seems good.
defeat Sandman.
Yeah, that's how we gain our rep.
Yeah.
Big reputation. You want to pass that first play type thing?
Yeah.
Now check this out. You ready for some real hot action?
I'm ready for
here?
some real hot.
Hot action. Where's that?
Last Sorensen Sam made a War Machine shield deck. It was so good being able to ready his bunker to generate so many ammo tokens fast. Now that sounds super fun. I would love to play that. War Machine shield deck, that's exactly what I want to play. Who needs superpowers when you have ammunition?
All right, let's play Defense Mechanism. Wrong one. After I use a basic power, discard this to resolve my camouflage ability, which gives me a tough status token and confuses an enemy.
I'm going to end an alter ego this time.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm
doing so much with nothing out. This is not a ramper. This is a sprinter.
Let's go ahead and punch Sandman.
Here, sand form.
Yeah, what's it do?
It generates a sand token.
Perfect.
And then we discard 2.
You gonna be able to clear those, perchance?
Yeah, I can
Makes
clear
these
this.
guys a lot weaker. I'm gonna trigger this. I'm gonna stun Sandman.
Confused, right?
That's right. Confuse and get a tough status token. Now, hold on. If I'm... do this backwards. If I'm tough, indirect damage only cancels 1 damage, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Less good of a plan. Let's,
You can make me tough.
let's exhaust one of these. We're going to play...
I'm filled with confidence as we speak.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, hold on. People saying tough can take all damage.
Okay, great.
You assign everything up to your hit point value, and then you
That's better.
Yeah.
We're going to play a Field Agent. I'm going to exhaust here. Do 2 here. Comes with 3 counters. Let's play...
Just once, Chris. I'm going to stack sand counters up and have these guys wreck you.
Let's do this. I'm going to draw 1, discard 1.
Still not playing the surveillance teams.
Homeland Intervention. Exhaust up to 3 shield cards I control. Choose a scheme, remove threat from it for each one exhausted. So 2.
Did you use a government liaison to reduce this to -1?
No, I'm exhausting shield cards.
What did this one play?
This thing.
Field agent. What does that do? I'm trying to keep up with your board here.
When shield ally would take any amount of damage, I can remove 1 to prevent 1. But mainly, it also triggered this for 2.
Sure.
So I'm gonna play this, exhaust 2, remove 4.
That's super good.
Yeah. And then over to you.
Who needs building?
So it's really cool because the liaisons can be used to reduce, but they also give you the cards that can tap shield cards to do stuff. So that's a really great way to make sure these aren't just useless.
How much does George Stacy cost?
No idea. Let's see him on the screen. George Stacy.
Probably 1, right?
Looks like 1.
Looks like 1,
Yeah.
Okay, so we can do it like that. Okay. Then that's what I'll do. So I'll remove 2 from city streets, using that ability, of course. And then I'm going to flip down to Gwen. I'm going to shuffle not across the Spider-Verse. Take it to the multiverse, into my deck, get another 2 resources. Nice. I'm rich. And then I'll play Parental Guidance. George Stacy, search your deck and discard pile for George and put him in your hand. It's the bottom card of the deck there.
Gotta love a stash.
All right, let's play George Stacy. And let's attach Return the Favor. There. I'm going to leave it face up so I can see it. And then I'll pass to you.
All right. Ready everything. Draw back up.
Okay, next turn I'm just going to be balling.
Okay.
Wow. These I just like hit all these ghost kicks and stuff. It's so good.
4th threat on.
Should you pay that player draws a card? Wow, so good. What's happening?
4th threat.
Yeah.
He's gonna attack me for 3 plus a boost card of 2. There goes Shadows of the Past. My top's gonna cover all that up.
Easy.
These guys are at 0, so they'll do nothing to me.
That's right.
He tries to scheme against you, fails because he's confused. Then we get bad cards.
How do you get stunned?
That was my ability. I get a tough and I confuse an enemy. That's why you going down was so good.
Yeah. What about stun though? How did he get stunned? He was just confused. Tough. Oh, you had tough, right?
Yeah.
So it's effectively you cancel both. Wow.
Yeah.
What the heck, man? That's incredible.
Sandstorm deal X indirect damage among players, where X is equal to the number of sand counters on city streets. If there are no sand counters, place 3 sand counters.
Oh, come on!
And shuffle this card in. That's fine.
We thought we were doing well, and then they just dunked a 3 on us. If we had 1 on there, it would have been fine.
Well, it stopped me from taking all this damage.
I wanted to laugh at Sandman, though.
Yeah. He's got problems. We shouldn't laugh at him.
Sandslide. Place 2 sand counters on city streets, then resolve its Surging Sands ability. Oof. And then if at least 1 Sandman card is discarded, I'm stunned.
5 cards.
Likely.
Let's see. 1 for 1.
Stunned.
2.
That was a pretty crazy sequence there. Yeah. Sandstorm, Sandslide.
Makes sense.
It's like I'm fighting against a sand shrew over here.
Anakin would hate this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
It's over to you.
And I don't use a basic power if I clear a stun, so this is really bad for me. It's so bad.
Just thwart.
I'm going to have to thwart.
Gross.
Hate it. Okay. So I can just tell by looking at my hand that this is going to need to happen. Okay. Okay, start out Gwen. Let's see, I could ready, but no, don't need to. Okay, well, maybe I do, actually. I could bank a bunch of these for later. Exhaust George. And then ready George Stacy. Okay, exhaust, attach a web binding here. Let me make sure I have the money I need here. Okay, hold on a second.
Last saying that Night Nurse is really good with Gwen.
Oh, that would make sense, yeah. So ultimately, we go... This doesn't really matter, but I might play it anyway. These... Let's just say we do it like this. For that. Draw. I don't have the money I need. So...
Oh, there should be a 6 here.
I think we're just going to play...
Good catch, Daniel. So it resolves this thing, which places a counter and...
Counter
resolves.
and... Counter and... Okay, yeah, this will work. So George...
That's amazing, Jonathan, saying, looking forward to Thursday's stream. I have almost a complete collection of Wheel of Time CCG. It's very rare. So you have a rare item there.
This is really cramping my style, man. This is really cramping my style. So, we can play this. We can play this. With these. I'm just going to get rid of the ghost kicks. Who needs them? And we're going to play this here. Okay, all right, hold on a second. Is there any way to get any amount of damage? Okay, hey, we got a possibility here. Okay, I've got ideas.
I believe.
So if I play an attack, like Return the Favor, and I'm stunned, all it does is clear the stun, right?
Yep.
We're back. There's always a way.
Old George coming to the rescue.
Always a way. Okay, so these things are going to happen. And then we draw one, and then we play this. Sure. Let's play as efficient as we can. All right, Gwen. Let's roll up the Ghost Spider. Let's play Return the Favor. It's an hero action attack. It's going to clear my stun. See how I did that? How smart that was? You see that?
A zero cost attack, yeah.
Yeah. I stuffed it there because I knew that I was going to get stunned. I need to easy
If there
way
was
to
a
clear
zero
the stun.
cost card that said remove a stun or attack, you'd play it.
Oh, I still pay the cost. Okay, so it cost me a treachery card. Fine.
But couldn't you attack and then just play that card and actually get the benefit of the cost? Like clear the stun with... Oh, you need to use your basic power, though.
Kind of basic power.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what happens?
Don't have pirouette, so that's not going to work. So let's reveal from the encounter deck, and maybe there's nothing in there.
What's the...
A treachery card.
How about you let me do something before you do that?
Okay, yeah, sounds like good.
All right, watch this. You're not ready for this. Global Logistics. Exhaust a shield card you control. Look at the top 4 cards of a player deck or the encounter deck. Discard any number of the cards and put the rest on top or bottom of the deck in any order.
Yeah, dude. So give me something that's not a treachery card. There's got to be a side scheme in there, right?
So you need a not treachery card.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Are they all treachery cards? Are they all treachery cards? Yeah, last. So you can thwart, but then if you play the ghost kick, it's stunned. So it does nothing. I don't want to miss out on 6 sweet damage here.
Okay, watch this. I'm going to discard Assault. There's going to be a 0 boost coming to the first thing.
I'm about to discard it.
I know the top card, but the other card is going to be a 0 boost. You
Okay,
read me?
got it.
So you get a treachery card. There you go.
All right, hold on. So then, okay, so you just resolve
Also,
that.
I played a shield card, so I'm going to exhaust here
Yeah.
and do 2 damage to one of these guys.
Okay, it's time to kill the clones.
Well, I'm queuing them up, right?
Okay. Well, they're currently 6 attacks, so that's probably...
Yeah, seems like a time.
All right, so then I will play Return the Favor. It clears the stun, and then I will discard cards from the top until I discard a treachery.
And you know what? Yeah, this is better.
This is not a treachery.
Yep.
Okay. So keep going. It is not a treachery.
Oh, look.
Reveal
nothing
it.
happened.
Okay.
We do get one of these things, though. And you get 3 indirect damage.
Man, it's getting hot in here. It was high flying. Okay. Now, in response to that indirect damage...
I thought my obligation would count. But that actually works fine.
Works just fine. I'm going to pay a jump flip. We don't take any amount of damage, prevent 2 of it, so I'll take 1. And then remove 2 threat from the... Oh, I got to pay for that with a thing. I'll do that here. Remove 2 threat for the main scheme. Okay, and then I will trigger this ability to draw a card. Okay. Great, that worked out. It discards, it discards until you hit a treachery, which we did not. Obligation, and then, what was it, a side scheme or something? So then, because the deck runs out, we can't keep searching it. Ergo, over. Okay, so I just drew. So now here we are. So then we can ready twice. I feel like this is kind of a problem we should probably work on. Or should we just kill some sand clones? How you feeling about that?
I am going to clear this one and get 2 damage on this one. So that would be fine by me if you want to do 1 damage to one of them.
I can do 1 damage, okay. Okay, so we do this. We do this. Oh, Spider-Man, you're so close to being played, Hobie. I got all my good cards at the end.
Yeah.
So this goes here. I really do want to play that Ghost Kick. I'm going to be honest with you. I really do. Okay.
Dude, these things are crazy, actually. Beyond being a reducer, it's a hero action. So it lets me play shield cards on your turn.
Yeah.
Like allies and stuff.
It's so good.
Which could be crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy good. Okay. So, here's what we know. We know we're going to use a basic hero power to attack. I think we're at the rush it down game now, right? We need to get 1 more counter off of this once we kill these guys.
Yeah.
So we'll have some time here. I'm going to attack Sandman for 2. I'm going to respond with a Ghost Kick. After I use a basic power, deal 6 damage to an enemy. So take that down.
18.
Look at 18.
You do so much damage, it's crazy.
We use George Stacy to hide a web binding. I'll also trigger to stand up off of that response. Let's do 2 to one of your sand clones, the one you like the least. And then let's plan B, discard to deal 2 to Sandman. Or one of your sand clones if you'd rather save it one direction or another.
Mine?
Yeah.
Let's reduce. I'm going to play Agent 13. She's going to punch for 1 here. Once you take consequential, I'll actually prevent it.
And then choose a shield support and you can ready it.
Yeah, technically I could ready here, but I don't have more shield cards.
You could ready that field agent.
I'll ready anyway.
Yeah.
He's going to punch for 2 here. And both of those are going to remove here.
Great. So far, so good. Now, as long as he doesn't do damage based on sand counters, we're fine.
Nah.
Surely won't, right?
Surely.
Don't call me Shirley.
In fact, I'm going to go... Hold on, I'm going to go down.
Okay.
That way you have less
that's
to protect.
totally good, because I can web bind and cancel this
I'm going to go ahead and use
activation.
this just in case I draw something that's playable. Which I did, but that's fine. I'm also going to have a really big hand next turn.
And give me an extra encounter card if you would, please.
Wow.
We can get bamboozled here.
Always.
When defeated on sand clones, what happens? All right. So let's add 1 and
Twice.
discard 7, and then add 1 and discard 8.
We got it. It's a sandstorm, you see.
Separate instances, please.
Yeah. All right, hold on, let me go back.
And Miles' alter ego ability, don't forget that, says Igor.
Yeah, that's a key thing. I'll shuffle that back in.
Okay. Oh my gosh. It's so good.
Yeah, agreed.
It's so good.
So, first things first, he's going to attack you.
Okay, I have a response. Web binding. When an enemy would activate, cancel that activation.
That's so good.
I'm going to play Ticket to the Multiverse to play that out.
Over and over again, here we go.
I'm then going to respond here to draw a card.
Okay. He's going to scheme against me for 1+.
Yeah.
1+2, 3 threat on, and we should have another
5.
5, yeah.
4, 5.
We got
and
our
then
cards.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Looking for a side scheme, baby.
Looking for a side scheme, baby. Side scheme. Dirt Trap. When defeated, resolve Surging Sands. Comes in with 1.
My
Oh my
goodness.
gosh, it's a gimme.
It's an alley-oop.
And then Friends and Family.
Yeah, all your cards cost +1 more.
That's fine, I don't need them.
Sand form, attached to Sandman. When you deal any amount of damage, discard this instead and resolve Surging Sands.
Hold on a second. Let me take a look at it. Card 1 identity from your discard this obligation. So this is a card revealed from the encounter deck. Right?
Yeah.
So boy, there's a piece in me that just wants to.
Well, doesn't it cancel Wind Revealed ability, which that doesn't have.
Cancel the wind revealed. Yeah. So none of these have wind revealed.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll save that one for later.
All right, that passes to me.
Yeah. First player.
Watch this bamboozle. Draw a card here.
What's up, Brandon? Again, Carly. Glad to see another Marvel Monday. Super pumped to make Shield and Web Warrior decks. Yeah, this is super fun. I mean, this is crazy. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, get some sleep. Thanks for joining us.
All right. So about is what you do.
So we have one job, is basically to get this done.
Watch this. I'm gonna flip to this mode. I'm gonna.
I feel like we need to kill Sandman this time. By the way, are you in a position to do that? I'm not.
10, 11, 12, 13, 16.
But like we're about to discard like a bajillion cards from the deck, and we're at 10 threat. I suppose we could manage it if we needed to. And then this is gonna hit, so it's like it's gonna all of a sudden be crazy. It's really cool how this has turned out. What's up, George Xanthus there? Hey dude, started watching your Marvel Champions content during lockdown here in Australia last year. I've kept up ever since. Love your work. Amazing. Well, thank you. The cards do most of the work for us. Metal board. Favorite MC deck archetype so far? I don't even think in terms of archetypes yet. I like anything I can play a lot of beat cops. And Daniel correctly saying Dirt Trap resolves 30 hands twice. We're about to blow through this deck.
So I move here, punch here, and then I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna remove this and this and this, and get him down to 4 health. Can you do 4 damage? You think you can?
I can find
get
a
in
way.
there
I
for
can
a
find
putt.
a way to do 4. Yeah.
All right, Sharon, Agent 13 is gonna thwart here. When we remove this, resolve the Surging Sands ability. So we're gonna add a token. This is 3, 6, 9. 9 off the top.
And resolve it again. 10 more off the top.
What?
Says it there.
That's what I was just doing.
You resolve it and then you resolve it again.
Oh, cool.
There they go.
Stops here. We get another acceleration. It's going to be 3 indirect to me.
That's right.
Do you see any more? That's the 3. There it is. So we'll take 3. And we'll shuffle this back up. All right. And then this clears.
Yay! What does it say we do? That goes in there too.
I haven't done that yet.
I haven't done that yet.
Victory 1.
Yay! Yeah. All right, we're cool. Everyone's cool with us now.
I'm gonna punch. We're gonna do this. Discard it and resolve. Discard the top 11.
I like how this really just spiraled out of control. This is cool. Good job, Encounter deck.
Okay, then I'm gonna play Web Shot. Pain 2, deal 4 damage to an enemy. If I pay for it using a lightning resource, resolve my Venom Blast ability on Spider-Man, deal 2 damage to an enemy, and stun him. And then I'll use another Web Shot to do 4 more. I'm gonna give him another 6. I lied. Stun again. And
Hold
then,
on a second.
what's up?
Yeah, give me just a second here. Okay, so
I'm gonna provide that.
before you do that, give me a moment here. Okay, then everything costs 1 extra.
Well, I could do this instead. Can I do that alter ego action?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's Arkham.
Well, I can do hero actions.
Can you? Not on my cards. On middle board cards you can, but not on mine.
Okay.
Um,
I'll keep it.
Man, this Friends and Family.
Yeah, it is right. 2 more. He gets down to 4.
Okay. All right.
So I could have, technically, if I hadn't just been going after damage, I could have instead played a Power Within, a defense mechanism, and then literally stunned, confused, and I'm tough. And done like 8 damage.
Is it funny how bad this would be against like the stalwart villains? It's fun though. Okay, so now I just need to do 4.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna swing in for 4 or for 2,
Down to 2.
and then I'm gonna play what doesn't kill me, and I'm gonna pay 1 fist and then 2 more to heal 2 and ready my hero, and then I'm gonna punch again.
We did it.
Dude, let me tell
Let's
you.
read this.
It's somehow
collaborating time.
it somehow like perfectly ended right when it was about to go.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, we started racing.
We did a little race, but like once you have this many counters,
Yeah.
you gotta go.
And that could have happened to us earlier.
they added 6 right there. We could have worked through that early if we had to.
Yeah.
Just want to put that on the table.
Yeah, put it out there. Victory.
Yeah.
In the reputation track, you use the condition section to calculate your group's total reputation, then mark the number of nodes. All right, let's just look.
Do we actually mark it? Do we need a campaign log?
I'm just going to get a campaign.
Already the campaign log. Oops.
Conditions.
Yeah,
plus,
Alex, precons are good. These are good. This is a functioning deck.
for sure. Plus X victory points in the victory display. So 1 victory.
Okay.
If there are no side schemes in play, we get 1. So you just tally this up. So
Marvel Sinmo.
So there's 1 victory.
That's what the kids are calling it, right? Okay, victory points.
This is really just reputation.
1.
If there are no side schemes in play, it's +1.
+1.
If there are fewer than 1 acceleration tokens in play per player, false.
Ugh.
If there are no minions in play, +1.
Yeah.
If there's no threat on the main scheme, +1. If there are no defeated identities, +1.
Yeah.
So how much reputation?
What if they had told us that ahead of time?
I think
Did they?
Technically. Maybe
Okay,
no.
so we should have known that.
Well, it didn't tell us that until this moment.
But we should have paid attention. It was
Now-
reward close
now
for
we
inspection.
know.
Yeah, situation. Ooh, that gives us a lot to grab onto.
How many XP did we get?
4.
Okay. So at 1, deal 3 campaign shield tech upgrades at random to a player. That player may choose one to add to their deck for the rest of the campaign. Record the card's title in their shield tech section of the campaign log, then return the others to the collection. So you should have the tech upgrades over there somewhere.
Okay. Van asking, did we remove the allies that were the obfuscator? No, we did not.
But we'll
Also,
be customizing
we
before
didn't play
next week.
you played Angel 13. I didn't play a single ally. I was too busy doing good work. Okay, here's upgrades. Shield tech upgrades. Okay, there they are.
So we're going to deal 3 random to a person.
To you.
Okay.
You've earned it. Miles did well on the last turn and had a bunch of government liaisons, which means you would have access to the tech.
Oh, we each repeat. We each get this process. So you deal 3 random to me. We shuffle those 2 back in, then it'll be to you.
Okay, here we go.
That's actually a fun way to do the upgrades. And then we'll get to the next part.
Oh wait, there's 2 sides. Enhanced. Okay, these are the... Here are your 3 mains.
All right, here we go. Impact Dampening Soup. Set up permanent. Your identity gets +2 hit points. Hero Interrupt. When the villain phase begins, spend a resource of any type. Until the end of phase, reduce the amount of damage your hero takes from each enemy attack by 1. Wave Bracers. Set up permanent. Your hero gets -1 attack. Your hero gets +1 defense and gains Retaliate 1 and Steady.
These are the campaign cards I'm talking about.
Look at you. Look at it's got you on it. And then
Come on,
the
give me
Propulsion
that.
Gauntlet.
Give me that.
Permanent hero, set up hero action. Exhaust Propulsion Gauntlet. Take 2 indirect damage. Ready your hero.
Always good. What's it gonna be? These are cool. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the kind of campaign you need. These are upgrades you can then build around, right?
This is tough. I feel like this is the 2 hit points is actually relevant. I'm only at 9.
That's over 10% improvement.
And the ability to pay 1 and reduce all damage by 1 this turn. Each enemy attack. So like if I ever get swarmed,
Call them sand clones.
if they all have 1 attack, I just like pay 1. They can't touch me.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's got style too, and you're on it.
All right. He's winking. You know. All right, we'll do it.
All right. Next up, deal me these bracers.
It took a lot to not take the thing that readies me, but I don't feel like I'm like got a crazy stat of any kind. So readying is only so
Do you have to
valuable.
exhaust to use your events or anything? No, you really don't, do you? You could technically use like Venom Blast and Camo in the same.
I do that.
But you could do that
But
anyway.
he doesn't exhaust. Yeah, he just do it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Give me the.
Oh, there they are. We got them. Let's look what else we got. Ooh, Retinal Display. Your hero's basic thwart power can only remove threat from the scheme with the most threat, but you get +1 thwart and your hero's basic thwarts ignore the crisis icon. As a 1 thwart hero, don't need that, but that would have been great for you. I don't know if the downside is worth it, but it's not worth it.
It's interesting.
Shock Knuckles. After a hero makes a basic attack against an enemy, discard the top card of the encounter deck. If no boost icons were discarded this way, stun the enemy. Oof. You mean that's a commitment?
I mean, going to 4 defense is crazy.
4 defense is the number you need.
And retaliate 1, I guess, so good. And steady.
It goes a +2 on the upgraded version. You got to take the bracers, right?
I think that's
Let's
the
take the
right
white
call.
bracers, yeah.
Okay. So then,
Put them in a wave card.
do you have the... Okay, put these in the rest of the tech stack. Okay, so then we need the Osborne Tech attachments.
We're really campaigning now, aren't we?
Uh-huh.
Osborne Tech.
I really like that we're playing this back-to-back week because it's easy to remember while this was happening. Okay, so...
Osborne Tech, done.
Choose one Osborne Tech attachment at random.
Okay.
Sun Temple saying thanks for showing. This was a fun game. Well, hey, thanks for being here. I will say already this campaign box feels like the best one yet.
Yeah, because we're having fun.
The pre-con was actually fun.
It's actually good.
Yeah, and the hero is interesting and cool, and it could have gone very bad.
Arm cannon.
All right, write that in the campaign book.
Under what? Osborne upgrades?
Yep. So this is essentially going to go shuffle into the encounter deck every game.
Okay, what does it do?
It's got Surge.
Great.
Attached to the villain. When the villain attacks, gains Overkill and Piercing. Hero action, discard the highest cost upgrade you control to discard this card.
Oh, we can play that game.
Yeah. And then let me go back to the resolution of victory real quick. And we're at 4 XP, so there's another bubble at 5. It's cool because it gives a good and a bad thing. Which I am okay
This
with.
feels like a cool campaign. This is kind of kicking, man.
In the campaign log, if campaign community service side scheme is in the victory display, record its title. Is it?
Yeah, it was. It's the side scheme we did. Community service.
Really? That came out at the end?
What do you mean? That's the one we did to get our stuff out.
Hold on. Well, it's not public outcry.
I guess I need to record victory at this point then.
I don't think the victory is for anything but our reputation. They're just using the mechanic to like get it to go out to the side, and then we get one for every.
Oh, was this? What was the campaign? What?
Where'd that go? You said community service?
Yeah, it's in the community service. Like, there's a community service tag here. Volunteer work. That's it. No. What about campaign?
It only had
service?
one.
What's community service?
The thing that I thwarted away, it was a dirt trap. It was not community service.
Where's community service?
That's what I'm looking for.
Did we not have any? Volunteer work. Yeah, is that right? Don't think you selected a random campaign side scheme in the start. Were we supposed to do that?
Choose one campaign community service side scheme at random.
Shuffle it into the encounter deck. No, we did that. That's what volunteer work was.
Oh, yeah. I think it's in here. Hold on.
Well, at least we thought we did it.
I think I saw volunteer work. I was just looking for the wrong name. I don't think we ever saw it, though. Yeah, volunteer work. That's from Down to Earth.
Oh, so we didn't do
That
that.
ain't it.
Maybe we didn't
Looks
do
like we
it.
didn't do it.
We failed. What
Okay,
were we supposed
so
to do?
if the side scheme is in the victory display, we record the name of it in the victory display section. But then we move along.
Missed it.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, we'll be fighting against Venom, and I'll read you this tale next time.
Oh, it was called Rebel Rescue, by the way. We just never drew it.
Really? Rebel
Yeah.
Rescue? Hold on.
Yeah, it's like a campaign community service set in there. I'm glad that they label the campaign cards. Yeah,
I'm not seeing anything, but
I've got these.
welcome to campaigning.
I've got 4 or 5 here, so it's got to be somewhere. It's not in here. What about over there in that weird stack of cards that are sleeved? Exhaustion
This is
and all
the
that.
expert cards.
What?
This is my nemesis.
How did we do this?
Don't know.
We didn't tuck cards anywhere weird, right?
Cold Pizza saying this campaign's been my favorite so far. It's good to hear.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's right there. It's been here the whole time, right in front of us. Look at that.
Was that in the deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. We never drew it.
We never drew it. Bummer. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, so we got upgrades. Next time we're gonna actually have built decks. What's your direction?
I'm sticking here.
Protection?
Protection, Gwen, just gonna look at card choices and probably tweak it up a little bit, but especially having wave bracers, it's like, all right, let's go hard into defense.
I may end up stealing, if you're not using them, like the Web Warriors card. There were some neutrals that you had that were interesting to me.
Yeah.
We'll see what I end up doing, but I'm probably going to go away from Justice. The shield stuff is fine. It's a cool theme to build on, but it's not really Spider-Man.
It doesn't really feel Miles, does it?
Yeah. I feel like there's hipper choices to be
But it
making.
feels War Machine. I'll tell you that. I could play that War Machine shield deck any day of the week.
I dig the shield cards are actually super cool. The one thing I was saying, you were a little distracted. Cards that use the liaisons and any shield cards, like the Homeland Intervention, exhaust up to 3 shield cards. So I was able to use the liaison not for a resource, but for this. 2 threat for each one, basically. I think that's a really handy way to make use of cards that even the card they were, what's that called?
Surveillance Team.
Surveillance Team?
Yeah.
A really good example. Of course, 2 for a card that removes 3 is not that great. But you can literally, with this, exhaust it to remove 2 threat.
Yeah.
When you play it, if you have that thing out, it does damage. You also have the liaisons to make it cheaper. You have the cards that are making this card better. That's the kind of synergy that is really cool to see, that I think adds a ton of value to cards like Surveillance Team that we've had forever.
I want to play that exact deck.
Yeah, because you start looking at this a year ago and we were like, this math doesn't make sense. Like, you would never do this. But then you start looking at all these shield cards. So we get a Nick Fury hero, that'd be super cool. We get a Nick Coulson hero, that could be cool. I think Black Widow is a shield agent as well. So like
follows for me.
Yeah, I'm curious now to look back and see what all the shield cards are. But I think a lot of our preparations are shield cards.
Yeah.
So there's definitely fun stuff there. I love them going that direction with the theme.
And then pretty soon we'll get those cards that make Hulk better, right?
One can hope.
Those Gamma cards or whatever.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to building a deck for this.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Ghost Spider, inherently great.
Yeah.
These decks are crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe
these heroes are crazy.
I can't believe they're this good.
And then the decks are good too.
Yeah.
Also,
really
reminder, if you haven't already done it, head to our Discord channel. Hashtag Marvel Champions.
Tag Zach Bunn.
It really won't go anywhere.
Tell him to leave me alone.
I'm curious how many tags you have. But if you do get tagged a lot, we'll know that there is actual genuine
interest. Like that pony song. Also,
Will Sebastian.
Also, if anybody's curious, this is a campaign box, and these kinds of releases we have a subscription for. Also got a subscription for the hero packs and the weird scenario packs too, like the hood and those kinds of things. So if you want to get these products automatically from us, shipped directly to your door, many subscribers in the chat today can tell you that it's an actual thing, and it's good, and it's a great way to get these products. And it's not a monthly fee, and it's nothing weird, and it's not a Patreon. It's just simply, do you want the products automatically? If yes, sign up. Give us your payment information, and then we charge you a couple of weeks before release. Ship it to you. Usually gets there on release day or 1 or 2 days after.
And if you don't have this expansion and want it, we probably have it in stock on the website.
Have some extras,
depending on when you're watching it. Also, all the tokens I've already been using today are available, minus the special edition spider boards that we did.
Well, who knows if I get harassed enough.
That could possibly be available soon. And if you want to be notified when it is, last plug, check out our community texting platform. We still use social media. We still post on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. But we personally have been drifting away from social media. So this is a way for us to engage and remind you what's going on. It's not spam at all. Very few messages get sent. And you actually, when you first sign up, you'll send the name of any games you want updates for, and we tailor the updates you get based on that. But it makes sure, like if we do limited runs of these tokens, we'll send a notice out, or when we're going to stream champions or whatever's going on for the games you play. So it's been great. And if you're already on there and interacting, shout out to you. Some of the kindest, best people, and just like some very meaningful and inspiring is the wrong word, but I don't know. Maybe it is inspiring.
Are you talking about you, or are you talking about the text you're getting?
The text I'm getting from the people that are on there. It's just like very...
the person responding is
it's one thing to like tag someone on Discord to publicly say something, but
private contact.
It's just a little less public, and some really good feedback too. Like we were asking people last week. We've been getting a lot of requests for this playmat that we're using. So send out a message to get feedback and thoughts on what people would want.
It's like a Spidey playmat, isn't it?
It does a little. Yeah, have you made this a little more webby?
Is the Covenant brand just Spider-Man?
We've finally arrived. The 9th level
Oh
of
my
Covenant.
gosh.
Yeah. Anyways, shout out to everyone out there, all our subscribers, everyone buying stuff from us. Couldn't do this without you. Seriously. Very grateful to be here. And we'll see you next week for some more
take care,
Marvel
everyone.
Champions.
Join us next Monday. We'll see you then.